what they call each other nigger, yeah?
Yes.
The reason, I listen to rap. That's all I listen to, yeah? And the reason why white people call each other nigger is because for all the years when we weren't as aware about our blackness as we are now, that was the years that the white men used to degrade us, yeah?
Yes.
And now we use it against each other. We use it as a term of endearment because the white man can't call us nigger. We can call each other nigger, but the word they use on us, they can't even pull it out of their mouth again. That is why black people call each other nigger.
So,
that don't mean nothing to us.
So my brother,
It don't mean nothing.
So my brother.
You say it's a different thing.
So my brother, because I heard you, but I'm going to ask you again. So you're saying, 07 95777477. So what does that do to us? What damage does that cause to the young people? What damage does that cause to us when we hear each other calling each other nigger? When we was youths, you and me, when we was children, if someone called you that, you thump them in their mouth. What's the effect on our youths now? Is it that we just turned it around and played it on them so that they now realize, well, I can't call them that, but look, they're having a laugh at our expense? Because when we used to call them that, they used to get highly offended. But now it's in their music, it's on the telly, it's in whatever, it's in their books, it's in every part of their culture. So either these black people are well dumb, or they're just taking the pee out of us. On a serious point for the moment, no, because that's serious. On a more serious point for the moment, we've got up in the community board missing Annetta Brown. Annetta Brown, birthday the 25th of the 4th, 1981. That would make her what? 19. Ooh, she's not a little girl, put it that way. She's missing. The last time she was seen, she had on a black jumper, a red shirt, and black leggings. She was reported missing on the 30th of November, 1998, and she was last seen in the Peckham area. This is Annetta Brown. She's from the picture. Her hair looks like it was permed or something, and it's maybe relaxed. It's not a very good description at all. Her facial features are very good, but it's hard to describe that to you all over the air. But this girl is missing, Annetta Brown. Okay, she was last seen in a black jumper, a red shirt, and black leggings. She was reported missing on the 30th of last month. That's only a few days ago. She's last seen in the Peckham area. Annetta, I know you're listening to Genesis Radio. Get in touch with someone, be it family, be it whoever. You don't have to go and see them. Give them a phone call. See? Because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, someone is there worried whether you're under a bush or, hit face down in a river or something. So even if you phone them and say, yo, little rare, see? Phone someone and let them know that you are safe. And whoever is got Annetta, if it's one of her friends putting her up, your mum, contact someone just to let them know that the little girl is safe. Now, there's an information line here at Peckham Police Station. And boy, imagine this, eh? Genesis Radio working hand in hand with the local bobbies. Any information to PC 416MM Quinn, Quinn. That's PC 416MM Quinn, Quin. And you can get them on 0171 232 7163. That's 0171 232 7163. That's any information on this missing young lady, Annetta Brown. If you know her, if you know where she is, phone her or contact her and tell her, look, listen to the People's Talk Show, listen to Genesis, because they're talking about you. We are. Okay? So, Annette, do the right thing. See? I ain't telling you go back nowhere. I'm not telling you go back to what you come out of. I don't know nothing about the situation, but all I'm telling you is someone is worried. So, just let us know that you're safe and sound. Even if you want to phone Genesis and talk over the airwaves, you know what I mean? If you don't want to talk to no one direct, you can phone us, And just let us know that you're safe. All right? 079577754777. That's the number that's going to get you through. Didn't you all hear what I said? About this Labour Party? I don't believe that you all are not. How much parents are out there? Look how much the last 3-4 weeks we've had some strong callers phoning in about parents. and laws is passing and you lot ain't got nothing to say. Good afternoon, you're tuned to Genesis Radio.
Yes, Vicar.
Yes, my brother. Oh, one love. How you keeping?
All right, man.
Yes, long time no hear.
One love to the public, you know.
Okay. What would you like to say to London, brother, P?
Well, to all ones and ones, to all black men, black daughters, we're going to hold strong.
Okay.
You understand? And realize that the enemy trying to destroy us. You get me?
Okay.
I.e., they're trying to destroy our minds, our body, everything. You get me?
I hear that.
So we have to work together more constructively. You get me?
Okay, how are we going to do that? I mean, we're being attacked from all sides, and now you're hearing this thing, what they're doing with the teachers, where your child, if your child is under 13 and they're having sex, and the teacher knows that the teacher doesn't need to tell you nothing.
Well, put it this way. That's their law. If we live by our law, what our parents deal with us,
Yes.
we're just strong.
I
We're
hear
going to
that.
abandon their ways. Our ways will overcome their ways.
For
So
real.
we can't really fret about the European laws.
So just continue still and don't kind of... But again, my brother, our children are in the schools, innit?
Yeah?
So, you know, if they're exercising these kind of laws over our children...
Yeah, but it's a bit of the youth, right, to respect their parents and family values.
Okay.
Right, and you always communicate with your children. They always come back to you and talk to you, you know?
For real.
But when you put a barrier between them, they won't come to you.
So the onus then comes back to the parents in the way they bring
For
up the
real.
children.
If we don't put no barrier between them, they will come to us and say, yeah, Mommy, Papa, this happened.
For
You
real.
get me?
I hear
So
that.
we're gonna more practice communication with the youth, them, listen to what they're saying, and understanding in this generation for the youth, because it's hard for them, man.
Ah, you see, well then
So the key is communication.
you raised another point that one of our callers made last week. A lot of us are not actually listening to the children.
Yeah, we have to listen. We have to take time out and listen to them. Yeah, listen, we spend about 2-3 hours a day listening to music.
That's right.
And if a youth comes to us to talk, they say, why, I'm busy. Don't do that. Spend time and listen.
For real. Did you all hear that, London? We spend
You get
about
me?
2-3 hours a day listening to music. But we haven't got a 15 minutes to spend listening to our children.
Just listen to the youth then. When they come from school, question them, ask them what they're doing, what they're thinking, and blah, blah, blah. You get me?
For real.
And as days go by, years go by, that bond gets stronger. So the youth got confidence. They come to their father or mother, say, Mother, this is happening. Father, this is happening. But if you put a bar between them, now they come to it. They will go to either a friend or a stranger, or they will go to the European way of living. You understand?
So it's all, again, we've got to repeat it, it's all down to how we're bringing up our children.
Yeah, we're going to show them that their salvation is with their family.
For real.
You understand?
Yes.
That's where their salvation is with their family, not outside European law and madness, no.
And it seems to be happening, you know, my brethren. You see at the moment, there's a whole heap of children running away from their families.
For real, because there's no communication. So they're running elsewhere for communication.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So, communication, man, listen to the youth then. Instead of playing music 4 or 5 hours a day, listen to the youth for even a half hour. You can learn enough.
From your children.
Yeah, let them open up to you and blah, blah, you know? But we've got the power within ourselves to do that. But the society destroy our minds, so we think we don't got the ability. So we rely on doctors, we rely on psychiatrists, we rely on home help and all them things there. But we've got the power within ourselves to do it.
For real. So it's more reliability. It's not so much relying on these outside forces, but relying more and making the community draw closer together.
Can't hear you.
Yo, you still there, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, my brother.
Yeah, but see the youth them now, right? Once the youth find the potential, yeah, and they realize their parents have shown the potential, they're gone.
That's right. There's nothing stopping them. Okay, sorry, my caller, you dropped out. Big up my family, you know. Kiss up the children for me and say, you know, one love to your queen still. See? This is the Genesis 91 People's Talk Show is in the house. It's your time, London. Let's hear it. Good afternoon. You're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Hello, Commissioner. It's Jackie speaking.
Ah, Sister Jackie.
All right, yeah.
Right, and I was just going to bring up what you phoned about. Go on.
What was that about? The
meeting?
Together? Yeah, Oh,
let us know, please.
Okay. Yeah, what I was going to say now, what I'm phoning about is our women's group is going to have a trip to Ghana next year.
Okay. Oh, please. Jack, phone back. Because we're on the same wavelength. See? We want a trip to Ghana next year as well. So, phone me back. Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis.
Yeah, right. I was saying our women's group is organising a trip to Ghana next year.
Okay.
Right. And you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Right. And it's going to be around about August time for Emancipation Day.
That's right.
And we want you to know if any women out there, and even like men as well, it's for everybody, it's open, like, not for children. Well, then again, it's for everybody really, but we're really going to go out there to do some work in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted to take a group of women and have the base for them to stay and everything, right? So if they're interested in coming, that they should contact us at Pan-African Women's Forum.
Pan-African Women's
Forum.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 365...
365?
Yeah, Brixton Road.
Brixton Road.
And the phone number for there is 0171
0171
924
924
9033.
33.
Yeah, what
That's
we
if
need to know-
anyone is interested, any women in particular, Sister Jackie and the women's group are holding some meetings. They're getting together to do a trip to Ghana next year. Remember, we told you all there's a Ghanaian Emancipation Day celebrations next year between July and August, okay? And as many of us as possible must reach. Sister Jackie, I hope you're still there. Sister Jackie's gone. The calls are just kind of dropping out. I'll tell you what we're going to do, you know. I'm not going to talk so much when you all come on. I'm going to let you say what you've got to say because it seems as though our calls are under some kind of time limit. Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis.
Sorry,
Go chooses.
Is your battery low or something?
No, because I'm not running on the battery at the moment.
Okay, yeah, because it seems like it's not at my end. It's probably like, sounds like mobile, you know what I mean? Yeah, so we can organise. You've got the phone number, haven't you?
Yep.
So what it is, our group meets every Saturday once a month.
Okay.
So if you want, you can phone up and arrange to come and sort of sit in some of our discussions. I mean, last month we done a talk about melanin. This month, that's this Saturday coming, between 2 and 5, we're having a talk on black violence.
Okay.
Right? So if you're interested, if you're not doing anything, plus we've got a creche there. So if you ring up, you can book in advance for the creche, right?
Okay.
And that is between 2 and 5. And
Give us that phone number again, Jack.
0171
0171
733
733
what have I done? Yeah, 733 92
9249.
49. Yeah,
0171.
Is that the same number I gave first? It wasn't, was it?
Yeah.
It was, okay.
733.
Yeah, 733 7247, yeah?
7247.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, so we meet once a month and we discuss certain topics. I mean, this month it's black violence, and we've done quite a lot. We've done about African hair and African language and that. And we've covered quite a lot of topics and that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
and
Yeah, what I was going to say is it would be nice if you all was to come in and talk from a woman's point of view about the black on black violence and what comes out of it. You know, it'd be nice to hear it on the radio.
Okay, all right then, yeah. All right then. And there was another thing. I was trying to ring up last week about these English veterans asking for compensation for being like Japanese victims, the victims of the
prisoners of the Second World War.
Yeah, I said they asked for compensation, but they're lucky because they were sort of say captured prisoners for say 3.5 years, as I said, slaves for 3.5 years, and they was paid that money, which was £76 each, and that was like in 1951, which was a lot of money, you know. And as today, we as black people haven't got a penny, you know. I know I hear a lot of people saying, oh yeah, we're starting procedures to try and get reparations right, but we don't really hear what is really going down and what is really happening. But
How
I think,
far we're getting, that's right.
It would be nice if somebody out there who, you know, I know I heard them say the Rasta movement was doing it, and I know I heard Farrakhan Khan was doing it, but I don't really know exactly for true if it is being done. Yeah, but it would be handy if someone knew, so we can really, like a group of us could take it aboard and really go for it, you know?
I think, Jackie, you see at the moment, where reparation is concerned, we are approaching it the wrong way. All of us is supposed to get together. All of the African countries are supposed to get together, and we're supposed to all be represented as one body, you know? If we've got fractions of the community representing and saying, look, we want this and we want that, and you will talk this and you will talk that, they know exactly what they talk, but they'll never take us serious as long as it's only a percentage of us, you know, asking for that. So even if it's that people don't want to go home again, right? But there is, as you're saying, we should supposed to get, and they couldn't compensate us.
Yeah,
you know, but even if they started to give us back what they've got still, you know, that would go some way to helping.
Yeah, because they were very, very disappointed. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I saw them on the news, the way they were carrying on and breaking down in tears. I mean, end of the day, they're still there to tell the tale. And a lot of our forefathers and our so-called ancestors passed away in the midst of it, you know.
See, but so, even look at that. Remember a few months ago there was all of that talk about the Jews getting compensation from the banks in Switzerland. They got billions and billions.
But you see what it is, with us as black people, we don't sit down and do the paperwork. And it takes like a few dedicated people, like you said, that man that was on your show yesterday morning, like sitting down and do the research, getting together with a few people, and you can get the work done. It's the beginning. But a lot of us like do a lot of talking, and you know, it's going to be a long, slow process, but it needs to be started from somewhere. And we have to start, you know, making those steps and indulging into what is being done and what ain't been done.
But have you heard anything about that? Because you remember there was Bernie Grant and some of the other MPs.
Oh yeah, quite a while ago. I haven't heard nothing else because I think really people was up in arms because he was talking about we want conversation to go home and you know people want to go and a lot of old black people from Britain was upset, thinking, well, we're not going nowhere, you know. That we shouldn't even. Some people was offended, which really it would be a benefit to a lot of them, and the ones who's English-minded and lost in it, you know, they've seen it as an insult, you know.
For real, but they never saw it like that. And as you said, you know, I haven't heard anything about that since.
Yeah, but maybe I think the best thing is to get in touch with Bernie Grant because he will know what is happening with that. Because I know he was doing that was quite a while ago. Because the British was very, very disappointed. They was expecting to get £290 million back pay in compensation, and then when they turned it down, because like Japan and you know Turkey is really coming up now, you know they think it's going to be
they wanted billions.
Money. Yeah, but these were the veterans on their own thing. But as far as the British government see, that has been settled. They had been compensated, so they were quite happy with how the outcome was. But the people who were the prisoners were not happy, and they wanted to really seek further money. I mean, if we went and asked for compensation, we already received the compensation. Were we going to ask for further more when it's run out? You understand?
That's right. It can't happen.
You know, and another thing now, I was reading the New Nation this week with Bernie Grant in it. Not Bernie Grant, with, what's his name? Dorcas. Oh, my God. I just stood in the shop and I was just laughing because he has just made a total arsehole out of himself, right? Because he's there telling them about this shit. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. You know, well, he's using every other word in the book and he's cussing the white man, talking about he don't like these effing white men who fight black people's issues and you're just a coconut and how the what do you call it, the editor of the New Nation, how he's teaching that and how nobody in Britain can come test him and, you know, can't say nothing to him and all this stuff. But he regrets doing that interview, right? And that man came to him to say, look, the black community are disappointed in you and how you went about yourself, right? So he wanted to know what he had to say about that, but he just felt it was an insult for this white man to come to him with that kind of argument, you know.
And
so
you know what, Jack?
Yeah.
It wasn't even a man, it was a woman.
You sure?
Yes.
Because I recognise the name. I think it's a man, isn't it?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure it's the white man usually in the New Nation, yeah.
Okay.
You know, but you see, he's so quick to sit down and skive around them to get interviews, right? And he's such a fool, he went and done it, right? Yeah. And then when they look at him, really, his own people's laughing after him now, you know?
That's the truth.
And then they've got a cheat to go back to him to think, well, look, you've let down your people. What are you saying? You know, so he knows he already messed up in big time. That's why he don't even really want to talk to him. And if you see them on the street, what are you going to do? What ain't going to do? And all kind of things. I think he even used about shoot and gun and all them things in it. But it was just hysterical, really. You know, you don't know where he's going.
I'll tell you something, you know, Jack. Listen, a little while back, right? I see Darkus in Brixton. And I said, boy, Darkus, hear what, man? Come on Genesis and talk to the people. You know what he said?
Well,
he said, I'd love to come, you know, my brother, but I'm afraid, he said, that the people is going to cuss me. So I said, nah, man, no one's going to cuss you. Come and talk. You know
But I heard anyway, he's on coke and everything, you know, and I've seen him in Brixton a few times, like, it's like he was drunk out his bloody mind, and it's really sad. It's sad to see people like that, you know?
Old news.
Yeah,
But you know what we must realise from that? Because you see the society that he's in, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Look at this. The other day, right?
All right. Okay.
The other day, I was disgusted. This boy from Blue Peter.
Oh,
he got caught using cocaine. Right now, there's no. Me personally, I feel that you was on the television presenting the show under the influence of cocaine, right? But this boy had a 3-hour interview on a national radio the other day with the support from every corner of the country. And I'm saying to myself, boy, if that was me, or if it was one of ours, you know, look at this. Ben Johnson got caught taking drugs to win a race. See? And the whole world said, cheat, this, that. This boy is representing perhaps the most established TV company on the earth. And he's representing them, and he's taking coke. And people from all over the England and beyond is giving him support and saying, it's okay, don't worry, and I hope you get back your job. So, you know?
Yeah, but when we do anything, they always make an example of us. When they do anything, there's always an excuse.
So
and they're always ready to, you know, right the situation and make sure they don't really suffer, you know?
You understand?
What about Gladiators, the other one who got caught taking the drugs at the time, the black one that they chuck out, remember?
Yep.
Same thing, you know? But I think he should be sacked anyway, as far as I'm concerned, because you've got to be setting, you know, if you're going to be sort of going down that road, then you should go down that road for everybody. But you see, they always introduce different things when it's a white person, and when it's a black person, you're out, you know?
You're out. And the joke is, at the same time that he got caught, he was promoting a drugs campaign.
Joke, isn't it? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they're all on it anyway, really, you know?
For real. So Darkers is in good company.
Yeah, it's true. But as far as I'm concerned, well, it's down to him and Bernie Grant and a lot of the others. They're just sold out. They're just fighting black issues. But really and truly, I think if you're like a white woman, you can't fight no issue for no black people at all. You know what I mean? Because you have to have this double loyalty as far as I'm concerned. You can't really fight the fight you really want to fight if you're there talking about your partner's family, you know. At the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, your partner is your enemy. You know what I mean? So you have to get your priorities right, you know. You just have to, you know, if you want to open doors for yourself, you go and open your doors and get on with it. But don't bother say you're fighting the fight, you know, as far as I'm concerned. And another thing, Christmas is coming, according to, you know, the English people.
That's
but
right.
I feel we should all go out as black people and purchase a book on Kwanzaa, right? They've got enough of them in the bookshop. We can get a beginner's one for children, just to learn a little bit about it. And we need to try and practice Kwanzaa Christmas is Day, right?
Okay.
At least try and attend one of the services, like from 26th to the 1st of January. There's going to be quite a few of them about. I know they're having a Kwanzaa festival in Birmingham next week Saturday. But we need to try and find out where their services are being held and try and attend one, you know. And maybe we need to go back to the African traditions when we stop giving out these presents, right? Because in the olden days, we used to make presents and pass on our, heirlooms, you know, like little things that's precious to you, whether it be a cushion or something that's held in family. You pass it down to your children, and your children are so grateful for that. You know, whether it's a bit of jewellery or something that's homemade, or you take time and you make a present.
But something of personal value.
Yeah, all this total expectation, it should just be, you know, we need to dash it away because it's destroying us and it's destroying our children and it's destroying us as a people, you know. So we just have to just dash it away and try and go back to the basic things, really, you know, and try and live more good and better for the new year and get our act together.
Okay, my sister. The whole of London heard that.
Yeah, so you said you got some information about this trip.
Oh, well, the Ghana
meeting.
trip. The Ghana trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see, I was on the same vibes, you know, Jack. At the end of the day, just with like-minded people, and something gets arranged so that next year we're in Ghana, man, because it's supposed to be done. Who don't want to go, then, you know, safe. But just like-minded people.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe we should try and link up with a number and we try and meet and see what we can do, because really, more hands make lighter work, you know, and it will definitely take place. So we're definitely going. So at least if we do a lot of research and whatever, we can pass the information on to you so it's all there, you know?
That's right.
And
but tell me something, and maybe you might say that this is a stupid question.
Yeah.
But the women's group that's organising this, can men come?
Well, at the moment, right, it's just like, really, it's the women to empower themselves, to be able to stand up, like, in the forefront of, like, meetings, like, because a lot of women are quite intimidated, like, and they're fighting to try and have that that room to sort of put themselves over.
Okay.
But at the moment, we did have a discussion yesterday for the meeting to say that we are, for the new year, we're going to start like having men talkers coming in and talking about certain issues as well, and vice versa. We're looking to open it to men, but I think really at the moment it needs to be like women and children, right? You know.
Okay.
And then, but we are going to introduce men to come as well, you know.
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah, and I think the men need to try and get together and have their little own groups as well to try and like deal with certain issues that's happening in their community, or within our community, you know, that they're going through, that they're all sort of experiencing, and you know, we can come together.
That's
you know.
right. That's right. That's right. And just work it out. But one thing I want to say, you know, from experience, when you go to Africa as a single man, everyone watches you because they think you just come there, you're going to deal with their women and then go about your business. See? When you go there as a man with his family, they open their arms wide to you. They just love you, they respect you, and that's what they really want to see. Now, I'm not telling anyone that they shouldn't go Africa on their own, but if we're talking about going there and settling and, you know, making a future for us, our children, and future generations, then we need to approach it in the right manner from the start off. And that's just something that I learned. And I went on my own. And I had a hard time, you know, because, again, and in a way you can't blame it. In the end, I said, yeah, man, enough respect. Because the way how they was, you got a little youth, you know, that me and you would walk past the here on the street and think nothing of. In Africa, parts of Africa, he's police. You understand me?
Yeah.
He's police. So they know what you're doing. They know if you're messing around. They know if you're trying to mash up their society.
Yeah.
They know if you'll come there and you come to help.
But you see, our trip is going to be like a family trip, right? But there's a lot of women going out there to do work in Ghana, right? But what we want to do, we want to take a group of people out there, so it will be a bit like a holiday. But ours is not going to be a holiday because we've got work to do, right? Ours won't be a holiday. We've got work to do. But we want to take like men and women. And so if you want to go with your partner, or if you want to go as a man or a woman, phone up and give us your details, and we'll get in touch with you, right?
Really?
We want to know a rough idea who and who is interested, and I think we're going to, for January, we're going to start putting the deposit down. So, you know, we are really serious that it's going to happen.
Good.
You know?
Good. Well, you know, and boy, sometimes, you know, it's hard to see me, right, Jack? But you know, sir, you see on this venture here, you got the 100% backing.
All right then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
did you get the message I left for you?
I did, because that's what I thought you was going to talk to me about, the meeting. Did you go to it?
I didn't manage. I couldn't get a babysitter, so I couldn't go. But I'm going to get feedback.
Okay. Well, when you do, let us know.
Okay. But maybe you should ask people if any of them went to the meeting that they might know.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Kiss up all of the children for me.
Yeah, I will do. Okay.
And yell up King David, all right?
Okay, yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
You see this number that I've got?
Yeah.
I can get hold of you on that number?
Yeah,
Okay. Big up, Jack.
Yeah, so just to quote the number again, if they're interested in coming.
733 7247.
Yeah, okay.
0171.
Yeah, they can just phone and leave a message and number, and we'll get back to them, because we want as much people to try and support it, you know, because it is Emancipation Day out there in Ghana in August, and we want us to really try and turn out, and it's going to be the start of like reality and better things to come.
And one thing I would like for women to put on the agenda, when we get out there, all right, because what I would advise is that we write to the president from now, and when we get out there, we want a debate on the issue of citizenship, dual citizenship with Ghana and wherever else.
But I heard whoever goes out there this year, that they're automatically get that.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Good.
Yeah, so we're going to look into that.
Well, I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Jackie, take care.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Keep it locked.
Yeah, see ya.
Okay, you all are in tune to the Genesis 91.6 FM People's Talk Show. I love good news. Big up, Jack. Did you all hear that? If you want to go Africa next year. Good afternoon, caller. Where are you calling from?
One, brother. One again.
Yes, my brother.
Yes. I'm going to make it brief, right? But I would like the brothers and sisters to be aware that in ancient Egypt was taken over because a lot of foreigners came over and took over the country slowly. If you look on place like Sudan, all right, and you see what they're doing to our brothers, the Muslims doing to our brothers in that country, right? It's important to understand that that's happening in the West Indies right now.
Okay.
If you go to Trinidad now, Trinidad is virtually taken over by Indians.
Uh-huh.
Right?
And Venezuela is in war with Guyana right now about certain lands.
But it's important for us as African people to understand, right, is that people are taking over, for instance, like Kenya and Uganda,
Yep.
all those people are taken over by Indians, and that's the same thing that happened to ancient Egypt. That's why it's very difficult for black people to say that ancient Egypt is black.
But didn't you hear the brother the other day say that, yesterday morning the brother was saying that Africa and Asia was like one at one time, and he even showed me some pictures. He showed me some pictures of Asians in India that look like Africans.
Yeah, you see, what the brother is talking about is right, but let's don't get mixed up with Caucasian Asians and the original Indians. India means indigo, mean black, right? The Asian Indians were black people.
Okay.
Now, the so-called Indians, which are there, they're Caucasian Asian, where come from people like Afghanistan and Europe, who invaded Asian India, right, and take over slowly. If you understand, if you study this caste system, then you understand what I mean.
Okay.
Right? But it's very important that black people start, just instead of just listening to what somebody says, start getting there and doing some research, all right? And then you understand. But what I'm trying to say is that, right, when you look in Sudan now, you see the murdering, what's happening to African people there now.
Yes.
Right? It's important to understand the genocide which those so-called Arabs are doing to black people. I'm not saying Islam now. I'm saying Arabs. There's a big difference between Arabs and Islam.
Okay.
Some people use the disguise of religion to do wickedness, right? And we know that Islam is good because Islam is God. I'm not a Muslim. I believe in African traditional religion, which I practice, right?
Yeah.
But it must be fair that religion is religion, and proper Islam doesn't go around and murder people. That's important. I want to say that, yeah?
Okay, I hear that, but then what about that man that says, boy, look, it doesn't matter what name the religion is, all of these religions are just shed blood all over the world.
But then that brother is talking. You see, you can't blame religion, you blame people. If marriages is breaking up, you don't blame marriage as institution. You look at the people who are practicing it. If there's people going around and saying, oh, well, I'm immoral, I want to practice homosexuality, I want to have sex after this, I want to do this, I want to do that. You don't look on the religion. It's not the religion. It's the people who are practicing it.
So you wouldn't say then, right? The Roman Catholics have lesbian nuns, gay priests, and people kind of ministers having sodomy with animals, cows and dogs and pigs and all other kind of thing. And look how much people have said, boy, hear what? I ain't going back into that Catholic religion, you know.
Sure, I believe that, you see, but the thing that you got to look on what is God's law. You got to look on what is law.
Okay.
You see, there's divine law, and there's religion, spiritual cultivation.
Yeah.
Let's put spiritual cultivation. All religion, when people practice properly, deal with spiritual and self-cultivation, right? Now, when you're talking about lesbian and people who do those things, right, there's a law said another man must not go into another man. That's the law.
Okay.
Right? Now, what's happening in today's society is that Westernized society and people who live by their sensualism, right, are bending the law, God's law. You understand?
But it so happens that them people are in authority over...
Now, that's what I'm trying to say to you about racist system as well, right, in the first place. You must understand... Just because I'm saying a lot here, right?
Yeah.
Africanness, when you're dealing with Africanness, you're dealing with self-cultivation, because Africanness deal with living by divine law.
Okay.
No matter where you go in African tradition, it's about living with divine law, by divine law.
Okay, but would you define Africanness as a religion?
No, Africanness is a spiritual culture.
Okay.
Because I tell you why, right? Because you could go to Africa now, you could see people doing a lot of things, right? That's not Africanness.
Okay.
Africanness as the basis to it, that God is within man.
Yes.
And God live, because God temples within man, and man live by God's law.
Okay.
Because animals live by animal law. Man is the only being can live by God's law, because he is the only one who's got the intelligence and the freedom to do so. Animals have not the freedom to do that.
So why not live by man's law? If animals live by... by God's law, why don't man live by man's law?
Because man's law would tell you to have sex with another man. Man's law changed. You cannot change God's law because God's law is immutable.
Okay.
God's law says, right, if you impregnate a woman with your seed, right, there's more times than she's going to get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
God's law says you cannot go have sex with another man by entering him. If you do that, there are going to be consequences.
Okay, but you see, brethren, and
Right.
I don't want us to go down the theological road, but at
No,
the same
but it's
time,
important that we have the basis to
Right.
argue against anything that
Right.
any white man or any misguided
right,
people come on. You
right.
see?
Well,
That-
number one, okay?
Yes,
How
sir?
do I know, right? Number one, I'm a man. I don't believe in no God. I believe I'm God. I'm
No.
here on this earth. I can do exactly what I please. There's no one to stop me.
Right, you see, right? It's you said you don't believe in God, or somebody don't believe in God, right? Every single person who said they don't believe in God, okay? If another person come to them, right, and start stealing from them, that person will start complaining.
Okay?
Now you see, you must
Yeah,
understand.
but he will deal with it his way. If you steal
yeah,
from
but
me,
you see, true. But you see, there's God's way, right? God's way deal with spiritual. Well, I should say God's way. I should say Natir way.
Okay.
Natir is the word that Asian African, especially Asian Kemetic, use for God.
Natir.
Right?
Natir.
Brother? I think
Natir.
I'm going to be cut off, right? But
Okay, my brother, sorry we lost you. We're going to change this phone, so you hold on. Don't bail me for the moment, see? We're going to change the phone and see what I want, all right? So just keep it locked. This is the People's Talk Show, 91.6 FM. And, boy, it's your time, So just keep it. And at the moment, whilst we're changing that phone line, you all listen. I said to you already, right? This is what community is all about. Missing Annetta Brown, okay? When she went missing, she was wearing a black jumper, a red shirt, and black leggings. She was reported missing on the 30th of the 11th, 1998. She was last seen in the Peckham area. And I said, it's ironic. Who would have thought? Let it be recorded and noted. Genesis is working hand in hand with our local police on this one. Any information at all? There's a PC 416MM Quinn. That's QUINN. Down there at Peckham Police Station on 0171 232 7163. Why are so much of our young people running away from home? Did you hear what one of the callers said, Brother P? It's because of lack of communication. We're not listening to the young people. We're not sitting down when our children come from school and saying, son, daughter, what a guan? What's happening? Is that the case? Or is it that some of you lot out there are some little spoiled brats? You're used to having £150 trainers and playing Nintendo and Super NES and whatever at £50 and £49.99 a game. See, you're wearing coats that cost more than everything I've got on. You understand? Or is it that? You want to go raving, you want to do this, you want to do that, you think you're a big man and big woman, and you've never gone out and earned a cent in your life. How comes you're dressing crisper than me? How comes you got more money in your pocket than I got in mine? And one thing, I've got to say about these young people, they got bank accounts, mate. I haven't got a bank account, These young people have got bank account and building account, and they got dollars. And enough of you parents out there that's earning some nice money, you're just chucking your children stupid money. Some of them can't even count properly. Some of them can't read properly. And you're chucking them stupid amounts of money to go out and buy, £150 booger. No wonder our children are getting mugged on streets. I think if I was a little bad boy and I see one man and he's got on a pair of booger and they cost £150, I'd take that. Because even if it don't fit me, I can sell it. Someone out there is going to buy it half price. So what we telling the young people, what we putting in their minds, you hear what another caller said, the young people today don't care about black and white, it's all about the greens, it's all about the blueies, it's all about the dollars. It ain't about no, you know, you know what I mean, I'm a little black you and I gotta hold it up, you know what I mean? And especially you little villains out there, those that, you know, operate on the other side of the legal system. You know, the brother says, you don't business now. When we was youths, listen, everyone tries something once, you know. There used to be a thing called lick tech back in the day. See, I've got to tell you all this. There used to be a thing called lick tech, what Paul Condon calls mugging. Now, without saying too much, everyone tries something once, do you understand me? But you would never dream of doing that to one of your own. Never. And no one had to tell you that, you know. You understand? That was just how it went. That's right. My brethren in the studio saying that was the rules. And not the rules of man, the rules of life. See? You preserve your own. What's happened to the youths? Black woman's getting her head bust. Old woman's getting mugged. Young girls is getting raped by their own. What's going on? Next we'll be hearing that our young boys are being raped by their own. What's going on? Young people, have we lost it? Is it that you would have been in them colleges and them universities too long? You haven't heard enough about the Black Power movements of old. Man like Kumo, the late Stokely Carmichael, that passed the other day. You need to know about them, man. 0795777547. That's the number. Give us a phone check, you know. We just try that thing. We're going to see if it's any better. Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis Radio. Your name, please.
Good evening, Ron again, brother.
Yes, my brother.
I like to talk about these certain little things that one of my favorites is Sister Jackie talk about.
Okay.
We all saying go to Africa, right? Brother, I have a dark feeling about that word, go back to Africa. Do these people like us? No, let's get on the level now, brother. Because as I always quote Brother Marcus Mazai Garvey, he say Africa is home and abroad, right? Brother? Yeah.
Yeah, go through, my bridge, and I'm still there.
Yeah, Brother Marcus Mazai Garvey always say that Africa is African people home and abroad, right?
Yeah, that's right. Africa for Africans at home and abroad.
And abroad, yeah.
Yes.
Right? Now, you cannot go to Africa, take up yourself and go to Africa like that. Because looking for a sister who went to Africa, she was mad about Africa. And there's only she could explain. But one day I'm going to get her on the stage, Lee explain. These people still being controlled by the Caucasian, you know.
To a degree, the same, no far degree or no lesser degree than we are here.
I think a farther, brother. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we all have our opinion, isn't it? Right. I think in a big way, right? You see, all this. I know this is the only way you're gonna come back. This devil, the high priest, right? People like that, they're not coming out and talk and telling the people. Their bread is well buttered. With this Africa issue.
You've lost me. You lost me. Rewind a bit there. People like who?
The high priest.
Which one?
The one who used to be on Genesis.
Okay. You still lost me, Rod.
Was it the high priest?
Yeah. The high priest that was here on Genesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. These brothers know a lot of things were going on, and they still keep it, you know, you listen so you can phone in.
Okay.
Because you usually phone in. Right? But it's a long time I've heard from him. These people know a lot what's going on in their own country.
That's right.
Right? And they don't come out and say nothing because they get a piece of the action too. I think that we should think, right? Think about the West Indies, where we come from, ex-slaves.
Run.
Yeah.
Look, the West Indies is smaller than England. The West Indies is a little slave port. Let's get it straight. None of us come from the West Indies. We was taken there as slaves, dropped off, and told to grow sugar and make rum. Okay?
Yes, brother. Yeah, I agree with you. I know you're into that, right? But go on, brother. You go on.
No, I'm listening to you.
But the way the response the ex-slave children get from the Africans,
okay,
you think is right?
Well, here personally,
and in Africa it's worse.
Okay, no, hold on.
Yeah, brother.
Here personally in England is changing slowly. In Africa, from my part, personal experience.
Yeah, only one person, brother.
It's much better than it is here. And I'm talking just me personally, Ron. As I said, when I went to Africa, I met elders who come from far because they heard that I was there, and I wasn't nobody. I was just a little black dreadlocks boy going into Africa. And old people came from far just to give me one message. When you go home, tell all of your brothers and sisters we want them to come home.
Yeah, but that's the same message Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey gave over decades ago, brother. But it don't happen like it's not happening like that, because to go to Africa, all right, as Sister Jackie say, I bet you they got to get a visa.
Yeah.
That's not what Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey prophesied. He said, Africa is the African home and abroad. You should pick up yourself and go to Africa.
That's right. But you're saying, no, we shouldn't. We should go to the West Indies.
Yeah, because through the situation, brother.
Yeah, but Ron, look, let's be realistic. The other day, when the EEC came together, okay, they killed the West Indies. The whole of the banana.
Yeah, I know,
The whole of the sugar crops, everything, they killed it. See? Now, one thing, and I don't know if anyone picked up on this, that hurricane that went through South America, okay, if you notice, it destroyed all of the banana plantations.
Yeah.
Now, this is the same plantations that Europe and the West said we're going to buy from them instead of buying from the West Indies, who we've had a long relationship with.
Yeah,
okay? All of the bananas got wiped out. Now, what we have to look at, the West Indies, right? You've got Jamaica there balling that, look, America, you're making how much guns come into the country through the back door, and it's crippling our society. You've got, as I said, Guyana it looks like they're going to war very soon with you know and I know, how long you been in England?
Long time.
Right. Well, if you leave and go back home now, what are they going to tell you, Ron?
Well, it's different time there now, isn't it?
That's right. You know, that's exactly it. So at the end of the day, I think I can understand a lot of our elders saying, boy, here what, I'm going to go back home, you know. And
we like to go back home, brother. We like to go back home.
Yeah, but we
not to the West Indies, to Africa, but
there's no future in the West Indies.
All right, brother. All right, let's go to Africa, right?
Yeah.
Brother.
We go to Africa. The reason why, look, what we got to look at, you know, brethren.
I must, sure, you know, I don't be about, but I'm going to get this system on this program, you know.
Well, listen, Brother D's in the studio, and he's saying the same intelligence that we brought here to England and built this place. See?
Who's that?
Brother D. All right? The man himself.
Yeah. Respect,
and he
Brother
said,
D.
Brother Ron, the same intelligence that we brought here and built up this place and showed these people that they mustn't wash in the sink and they mustn't throw their feces out of the window. We must take that same intelligence, all right, back to home and just build up home.
I'm not saying nay, but I want to be accepted when we go home.
You will be. When you
Oh,
go
brother.
home, run. Let me tell you something.
Yes,
Let me
brother.
tell you something. I guarantee you, okay? I guarantee you this, and for every other listener listening out there, if you go back to Africa tomorrow, you're going to see your twin brother. So, you know, when you say you feel that you won't be accepted, I can understand that. That's a fear that enough people have. And a lot of it is because of the experience they've had here in England of indigenous Africans. But if you go over there and meet even the rural one, the same thing they would say in Yard or in Guyana. If you go to town, the people's got attitude. If you go to the country, you see the real love that the people have.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, in every part of the West.
For real. For real, you know, so I think, and personally, you got to be one of the man them that come next year, you know. And I know you work, you know, brethren. Tell your workplace.
But I like to go there, you know.
For real.
But I don't want to go there under no duress, or you know.
No, well, I'd like you to come when I'm going, and you'll see the welcome that you get, and the way the people open their arms to you with love. You are going to turn around to me and say, hey, what, my brethren, I've never experienced that. As all them years I've been in England, I've never experienced that.
Well, all right, brother. I'll give you the winnings for now.
Just for now, you know. But
yeah, I'll give you winnings for now, brother.
But I want you to prove me wrong. And the only way we can do that is by let's go Africa. And then when we come back, we can come on the airways and tell everyone, boy, I went there and had a rubbish time, or the people was this, or we can come back and tell them it was beautiful. Let's come on, just sort ourselves out and go back our business. You know what I mean, Ron?
Yeah.
For real, my brother.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other. But I can understand, not even just for you, there's enough people out there that has this reservation that if they go to Africa, they're not going to be accepted or welcomed by the people.
But it's people who went there, and what happened to them, brother?
Yeah, but I'd say that's a spit in the ocean. I've been there.
All right.
Brother Dennis went there, and I'm sure that...
I'll give you winnings, and let big up Brother Dennis.
Okay. Ron, you take care.
All right,
Keep
peace.
it locked.
Yeah.
Okay, you were in tune to the People's Talk Show. This is the big G1, you know, 91.6 FM. We've kind of switched out the phone and bought and ting. Give us a phone check and tell us how it sounds. 0795 777 5477. Good afternoon, you're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Hi, Sandra Peckham.
Yes, sis.
Hi, I just really want to give a rundown of the African People's Liberation Organisation.
Oh, thank you.
They had a meeting on the 21st. They also had one yesterday, but unfortunately I wasn't at that one.
Okay.
But I'll give you a rundown on the first meeting. All right, the first one was that the posters, the advertisement, apparently they done at least 10,000 leaflets, you know, and it was handed out. It was also in the... It was in... Where was it? Which one? Which newspaper? The Voice.
Okay.
It was in The Voice for about 6 weeks.
Oh, they put the flyers in The Voice or the advert?
The advert.
Okay.
They actually put an advert in The Voice, but, you know, it's the same. They was quite disappointed at the turnout. But, you know, as I said, there was a table full of people that was discussing certain things.
Okay.
And they were saying that, you know, at the end of the day, that they don't believe that they can just hold sort of like meetings just in one place, like in Brixton.
They got to move around.
No, well, that's what they were talking about. That's the next strategy, is to actually go down to Hackney. Hackney's one of the first places where they want to campaign and do some things. Also, like, you know, they've actually the meeting that was yesterday, they would have elected people for certain posts, because the first meeting was to discuss who's going to take up what posts. And also King David, he's going to be one of the... well, he's been proposed to do the advertisement, because we need to still do the advertising and stuff like that.
Okay.
What else have they got here? You know, basically, you know, they've already set up a bank account, you know, so that people can actually go and register. And what's going to happen is that the people who put, I think it is working class, it's something like £15 a month that they put in, and they're the people that are going to actually have the opportunity to have the votes. People who do it just as like they want to support the organisation, they can come to the meetings and, you know, hear their views, but they won't such as get a vote. You know, it's only the people who actually are the main people that are going to actually get the vote. But they were going to have a public meeting, and then they're going to have a meeting in secret with, you know, just the normal people, and decide what And also they're going to sort of like, what they really want to do is like, tackle, the black community and go out and find out what we need in the community and how to actually deal with these things, Well, that's the actual breakdown of sort of like what was discussed in the actual first meeting.
So everything is moving forward?
Definitely, and at the end of the day, and also I just really want to big up, there was a sister, they haven't really put her name down yet, but there was a sister that was listening to Genesis and she heard about it, she came down and she said she made some really valuable points because she's actually a chair committee person, so she's been dealing with it for so many, and she was telling us sort of like all the strategies that we've got to sort of like set down in order to go forward. And also about, it's like, if we really want to get somewhere in the community, it's down to our people to actually, people with money, it's down to us to actually go and keep hounding. How do Labour, how do all these people get all their money? They go and they hound all these people with money, people with businesses, and they don't stop hounding them until they get what they want. And we as black people, we have to do that. We otherwise, by us sitting down and just hoping that it's going to fall in our lap, it's not going to happen.
And I think a lot of the times, sis, is that we're not persistent enough, in going out and talking to these big businesses or these big potential sponsors or backers.
Yeah.
And that's where, in a lot of the time, we fall down, is that we haven't got that, I don't know what it is, but you see, you've got these, like, what they call professional fundraisers. We haven't got that attitude.
Yeah, we definitely need to adopt that on the board, definitely, and I'm one of those persons that once it's all set up, I'll be one of those people lobbying to actually get funds, because that's what I'm into. I want to see my nation and go forward. And also what Brother D was saying, he's 100%, in fact 200% right, that the people that are educated here, we're not saying that we should all go run back home, because at the end of the day, if we all run back home, they got us, I'm saying? We need to be all over the place, and at the end of the day, we do need to go home and we do need to re-educate our brothers and sisters, and then there ain't going to be, as they said, no stop much now. Okay?
Okay, my sis.
But I just want to make one more point on our young children. Now, I was going to the post office the other day. I got out of my car, and this young boy approached me and said, "I know what you need." So I said to him, what do you mean, you know what I need? Yeah, come, follow me. So I said to him, "No, it's okay." So he goes, "Yeah." And he stuck his tongue out, and under his tongue was a rock.
Yeah.
And I'm cussing him, saying, "Why are you out here trying to sell me this kind of rubbish?" I said, at the end of the day, you're not using your brain. I said, you should be going and selling it to the other people, not to your own brothers and sisters. So he's telling me, "Oh, I want to go and join up with the police and all the rest of it." I said, no, because I said, I'll soon go and get some brothers and let them wall you up or take you to the police, He says, "Oh, go and join them." I said, "No, it's not the fact that I want to see you in prison. It's the fact that I don't want you to see you selling it to your brothers and sisters, And he sort of like clicked sort of thing. And also 2 young brothers, I was at the bus stop the other day, and they were cussing out each other's mothers, and I turned around and said, "What are you doing?" And it's like, they didn't want to hear me at first, but I'm trying to show them that you're making black people look stupid. White people at the bus stop are looking at you and laughing at you because that's what they want to hear, And when they really sort of like listened to me, it took me about 15 minutes to sort of, at the end of the day, they ended up apologising to each other, and
it was worth the time.
Definitely worth the time. And at the end of the day, we as brothers and sisters, we need to take that time out, as the man said, listen to our children, because my child is only 5 at school, and he's a very hyperactive child. Now, he's a very small child, and every time I go to pick him up from school, there's always problems, like he's been pushing this person, he's been pushing that person. So I'm trying to show them that, at the end of the day, he's a small person, and if they're going to pick on him, what do you expect him to do? Just sit there and take it, or keep coming, running and telling the teacher? Because at one point, he used to run and tell the teacher, and he was just the grass, So now I'm telling him he needs to defend himself, But as I said...
Well, that's right. There comes a time, Jack, when... Boy, you've got to just stand up, You can't be going and keep running to someone and telling them. And it seems to be, I've heard it from so many parents and children, that there's someone at school is bullying them, and you tell them, I've even told my children, boy, we'll go and tell a teacher. They tell a teacher once, twice, 3, 4 times. It goes in one ear and out the next.
That's right, because when I get my child home, I grill him. I really sit down and I speak to him, and I find out the reasons why he done that, and if it's acceptable to me, I let it go.
That's it.
If it's not acceptable to me, I punish him by time out in the bedroom.
That's right.
And it works. It really does work. My child is really improving, and I really am pleased at the way he's, and I believe it's down to the input that I am giving to him.
Well, you see, you're expressing the same opinions that Brother Paul said, is that at the end of the day, we have to listen to the children and have a bit more time. If we can spend 3 hours a day listening to music,
That's
it's
right.
nothing to spend half an hour, which is even too little, but half an hour a day listening to our children.
That's right. Everybody needs to tune into the Ragga Show because Dr. X is 100%.
He's kidding
you know,
it, eh?
Definitely, you know. And he was like talking about, you know, how the teachers like to lie on the children and the parents really do believe
That's
and don't
right.
really want to hear what the children have got to say. But
That's right.
as I said, I used to have doubt about us, but now that I'm sort of like seeing this new organisation coming up, I'm really feeling good about myself.
Okay.
And I'm feeling good about my nation.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, big up for that, Jack, and the whole of London.
Sandra.
Jack, sorry, Sandra. And the whole
Okay.
of London heard what you had to say.
Okay,
See?
peace, one love.
One love.
Bye.
You're in tune to the People's Talk Show, Genesis 91.6. You see what I mean about these young people? Huh? They just come and they just do what they want. You understand me? It's your time. Good afternoon, you're in tune to Genesis Radio. Your name, please?
Yes, one little contribution, yeah?
Yes, my brother.
I think everyone should stand up strong, you know, and
Okay.
don't give up. You understand?
Stand up strong and don't give up.
Yeah, because Africa is home. Until such time, there will be no freedom, you know?
Yeah, well, what about those that's of the, you know, they got a little reservation that they're not going to be welcome back home?
Ooh, people from here?
Yeah.
So why them have a reservation? On what
Because
basis?
well, you, Bridget, come on, man. There's enough so-called West Indians out there.
I fool them fool, innit?
Hold on. There's enough kind of West Indians or Caribbeans out there that have.
What is that?
That have.
What is that?
Well, you know what I'm saying. That's what they describe themselves as. See, if we're going to talk straight, there's a lot of ex-slaves out there that's got a very low opinion of the indigenous African. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, for that reason, they would dearly love to go home, but they're worried about the way they're going to be treated, mainly, or for some of them, because of what they've seen in the past, for some of them, because of their own personal experience.
Commissioner,
Yeah.
I don't think, to be honest with you, they want to go home.
They don't want to go home.
No, I don't think so, because that is just an excuse.
Yeah, but it's a big step, my brethren.
Yeah, them use that as an excuse, man.
Yeah, but
You
it's a big
understand?
step. It's a big step, you know. Check it, you know. You see, a lot of us don't realize when our parents left the West Indies and came here, and came here to this country, it was a big step that they took. Now,
Yeah.
personally, I don't know if we really have looked at it, pennied it, and understand what kind of step it means for us to come out of here and go to Africa.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I think when we look at it, when we kind of, you know, we've got to put it in a picture, Bridget, because at the end of the day, you want to go, I want to go, see? We know we can do it, but there's a lot of us out there that have enough reservations about going to Africa. And you can't really blame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't say this, because we know.
But when you look on it, it's not just reservation, but going to Africa. Them has the same thing with people, the so-called African people here in England, you know?
Yes.
The one black man look on himself as a West Indian.
That's right.
He don't really want nothing to do with the next man.
That's right.
Yeah? So he's not even going back to Africa. He's even here, relating to one another. Here.
Okay, I hear that.
You understand?
But my brother, at the same time, you see them people there that think like that?
Yeah.
How many of them do you think, if you give them a free ticket to Africa, wouldn't take it?
Me think some most wouldn't do it.
Most wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
If you bought a ticket to them and said, here, what, 14 days in Africa, go and have a nice time, you think they wouldn't take the ticket?
No, I think most of them wouldn't do it. Because I mean, here's something where come out of black people more, about African people. And it is disgraceful. You understand?
Yeah.
It is shameful, my friend.
I hear that. Well, so then how are we going to turn that around? Because if this day in 1998, right, after so much information has been revealed, so much things, we've moved forward in so many positive ways, okay?
Yeah.
How comes we still got people in the community that has got them kind of opinion that is even going to stop them from wanting to go back and find out where they originated from?
Okay, I remember one time you read on the air a speech by Willie Lynch.
Yes.
You remember that?
That's right.
It go back to that bridge. The division was created from such time, and the hatred was embedded, you know? It's a deep hatred, my friend, divide and rule. See it?
1998, Bridget.
You don't think so? We are divided bad. even in Jamaica, you know?
Yeah.
Black against black in Jamaica is divided bad. It's a deep division. You know?
So how
the first thing is internal division.
How are we going to heal that division?
Eh?
How are we going to heal that division?
How are we going to what?
Heal it. How are we going to make
heal it?
Yes.
How are we going to heal the division? Well, you see, England is a place where all people come to meet up, yeah? Black people from Jamaica, Trinidad, Africa, and meet up here. Yeah, so I come here like one big place where everybody can congregate and, you know,
that's right,
learn about the other one.
Yeah.
You know? But so if we can't do it here, then, you know, how can we do it?
Well, again, my friend, I hear that. But you see, for those of us that know the history of Africa, you know, we had places in Africa. We had trading centers in Africa that every nation of the world used to come to. And if they didn't come there, then they wasn't a trader. You know, long before England was even, you know what I mean? This place was still covered in fog. You know, now, if that's what we want to get back to, if we want to restore the motherland to her former glory, you know, and make her what she rightfully is, how comes in 1998 we've still got people in this, as you said, progressive society of all cultures, all mixes, all everything, and still these people have this attitude? That means we're fading somewhere.
Well, we have always, man, you're right in that sense. We have to remember, say, when the people start rebel against the slave owners here, in the plantation, you have black people that resisted the rebellion, you know. And when you look at a man like Taki and Kojo, it's black people track them down, you know.
For real?
It's black people track them down for the white man, you know,
so it's
and then kill them.
So nothing's changed?
No, brethren. No, brethren. When you look at all great African leaders, them get killed by them own black people in the 60s.
So then, that means, so then, okay, I hear that. But
the most important thing is the brain. The brain, you know? That's the mind. The mind have to be free, you know?
Yeah.
And people have to love themselves, you know?
Okay.
You have to love your own self more than look on outside, you know? You have to look inside. Internal division is a major part of it.
Yeah, Bridget, but as I said, you know, we've identified what the problem is. Now, I want some ideas towards a solution. I want the people them to hear, okay, we all know, you know what I mean, we're suffering from this and that. But how are we going to move forward, man?
The solution is going to Africa and mixing, you know, going to see for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, because a Bridget tell me.
Okay.
Them go to Africa and them get treated like a king.
Yes.
You understand?
That's right.
A Rasta man.
That's right.
Going, and you know, him say it's different from here.
It is.
You understand?
For real. I understand that, Bridget. And again, you know, it is an important point that was made. What we have here, what we have acquired here, okay, and for the young people especially, you all are in the back garden of the let's call it the white man. Now, let's get it straight. When I say you're in the back garden, you know, you see America? America is little brothers and sisters to England. You see anywhere else in the world that you feel is running things as white man, they're little brother and sister to England. Now, our children are fortunate, disfortunate in many ways, but fortunate in this way, that they've grown up in these people's backyard. So they know how they think, how they eat, how they sleep, what they listen to, where they go. They know them inside out.
Before them start them tricks.
Seen? And that's before, in many cases, that's before they even know their self.
Yeah.
Because that's the society we live in. Now, for the young people, you may not have qualifications, you know, but just the skill of growing up in this society is going to go a long, long, long way in Africa.
Yeah. You know?
Seen?
Then again, I did have another point still, yeah?
Yeah.
You see Friday gone?
Sorry, say that again, brother?
You see, I have a next point here.
Yes.
But I really love to bring it out and make people discuss that here.
Okay.
You see Friday gone?
Yes.
There was a thing on TV, Crime Watch.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was Acapulco, a dance, you know?
Acapulco dance?
Yeah. Club Acapulco.
Okay.
It's a nightclub called Acapulco.
Yeah. Down in Catford, Rushy Green.
Yeah. A black people, you know?
Yeah, man. Genesis had one of their New Year's functions down there. In fact, Genesis was the first to even bring that club out to the forefront and make people know. And then after Genesis was doing dances in there, we had the likes of Daddy Ernie and David Rodigan, them rushing down there. And so the club got big, kind of more high profile. Yeah.
Okay. But something really happened down there, right? It was on video.
Okay.
I don't know the circumstance that led to that, you know, but a black man gets stabbed, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, that was on video. I see the man run outside and get in a car and drive. But he was bleeding, you know?
Okay.
And everything was on video. And as he was driving, you could see that he was getting bad. Yeah, because he was like, you know, driving from side to side of the road and jump red light and everything. And that was on video, you know, Bertrand.
Okay.
And then reach a point where he couldn't really, you know, go further.
Yeah.
So him stopped two black people to help him. And then we phoned the ambulance. By the time the man reached the hospital, him dead.
Okay.
See him? So I'm saying, what makes a black man take a next person's life? So, you know what I mean? Why?
The mentality of the people, you know, because you see, as you say that, I'm surprised.
What makes people so eager to take a man's life instead of, you know?
The
man can sit down and resolve them difference and...
Bridget,
yeah.
If you live in a society, if you live in a world where the biggest money maker in that world, okay, isn't drugs, isn't alcohol, isn't prostitution, isn't legal business, the biggest earner in the world, okay, is arms. See? Tools of destruction and tools of mass destruction. Now, if you live in a world where that's the biggest earner, then, you know, what is man's life? What is a woman's life?
Yeah, but a lot of man phone up the station and, you know, go and lie to them at defend black, struggle, and then behind the scene, you would kill a next black man for nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
To me, that's no different from the oppressor, man.
I hear that, my brother.
That's no different.
But, yeah,
if they want to phone up the station today and then take a knife tomorrow and kill a next man, a next brother, that's no different. I don't see them different from the oppressor.
I hear that, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, and that's why man like you is phoning and talking the talk you're talking. But at the same time, you know, we can't get away from the reality that the biggest money earner in the world today is arms and tools of destruction. You know, we can't get away from that. Now, if we want to change the man's mentality down in the club in Acapulco's, you know what I mean, towards his own brother, then he's just going to look at us and say, well, you're having a laugh, man. You can't tell me nothing. Because every government, and this is a sad reality, apart from the poorest of the African governments, every government, including Pakistan and India, have got nuclear arms. And we're living in a world that seems to be governed and controlled by the man that's got the biggest gun. You know what I mean? Every movie that we watch, the 90% of the movies that come out, it's about gun business. If a movie ain't got a gun in it, then a man's going to say it's boring. You know what I mean? Gun or sex.
I'm sorry to hear that still.
Well, this is the world that we're in, my brother. So, this is why, to me personally, you got parts in Africa today, you know, that refuse American television. Will not have it in the country. Don't want no smuttiness. Now, personally, I can live somewhere like that. If anyone else, you know, chooses to do what they want to do, fine, because we have the freedom of choice, you know, but your choice only extends as far as it doesn't affect me or mine. And I think that's something with the black community we have to realize. A man is selling his drugs, he's selling his cocaine, he's peddling his rocks, and we're there and we're saying, no, well, as long as he ain't selling it to me, fine. Rubbish. See? You peddling your rocks and your coke affects my community, and in one way or another, it's going to get back to me. Be I get licked down, my house get robbed, or my child get molested or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's going to come back to me.
Sure.
So we now have to take on the responsibility. When you're talking about, you know, the black on the black we have to take on the responsibility for all of the black crime that's being perpetrated against us by our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, brother?
Yeah.
And then maybe when we do that now, see, we'll be well equipped to deal with everyone else that thinks that the gun is mightier than the pen, or because we've gone from the sword now. It's a gun business.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to deal with them people. But first, and I agree with what you're saying. And the other thing I'd say about this Acapulco's is that when Genesis had their functions at Acapulco's, you never heard nothing like that. So obviously, all of the Genesis listeners are on a completely different wavelength from them people that may follow the Daddy Ernies of this world or the David Rodigans. See?
Okay.
So, and that I think is celebrated by all of the Genesis listeners, including you, my brother. You know, that the fact you saw this show on Crime Watch, but, you know, if you had heard it that, it was a Genesis night, I'm sure that you would have heard Genesis' name all over the place.
True.
You know, so enough respect to all of our listeners that do go out and support the Genesis functions and just know how to deal with it. Big up. My brother, thanks for your call, see?
Thanks, yeah.
You keep it locked.
Yes, sir.
One love.
Sure.
This is the People's Talk Show, 91.6 FM. Genesis Radio is for you. If you've got anything you'd like to tell us, if you've got any information that you think the wider community needs to know, then give us a call on 0795 777 5477. Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Yes, Commissioner.
Yes, my brother. What's your name, please?
Benji.
Okay, brother Benji. What would you like to say to London?
Well, concerning Point still, we can't go to Africa. Africa is not liberated. Marcus Garvey mentioned Africa, and we all know that, Rasta, but can we go to Africa if Africa is not liberated and we're not united?
My brethren, the whole point of going to Africa is to liberate Africa.
Unification before repatriation, Rasta. I know that, Commissioner.
No. We're never going to get unification in a foreign land. Listen, let me tell you something. You know what our problem is? We have no allegiance to a land. Every other nation has an allegiance to their origination, to, you know what I mean?
So then why did His Majesty give us our land?
Well, then why not go back and deal with it the right way?
But then if there's no unification here, we cannot go. Can we go? We cannot go, my brethren.
Okay.
So hear this now. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, as my brethren say, is the brain.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, Father says, my sheep hear my voice, and they know it. So who is to go will go. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that the unification will be there. And I understand what you're saying, because I'm going to say, look how Shashamani, as you said, His Majesty gave us the land. Look at Shasha, okay? People that's been on Shasha for how many years now? And they're in war. You understand me, my brother? And they live here. And they say that they left here, and it's all under one banner, you know. They're all calling on His Majesty and respecting the one Africa. But they go back there to Shasha, see, they go on the land, and there's war. Until even the Ethiopian government have to look and say, well, look, you people are having a joke. You understand me, my brother?
Truly.
Now, maybe that's because them people wasn't the people that were supposed to go.
Okay, true. So then now, this is what, I come back to one point again, it's the revolution, and it's the human revolution. Okay. As my brethren say, it's the brain and the mind. It is a spiritual revolution now, you know, this time, because it is so dread, you understand?
So you're saying that we wouldn't even then need to travel nowhere, really?
Well, sir, we have to just see a man from the street and say, good morning, sir, and you know him is a total stranger, but just like how you live, I just say going to this, it's the Armageddon, everything is here and now.
So does that mean, though, that we must, you know, should we go? You hear what we say, we hear what Sister Jackie said, we're looking to take a trip to Ghana next year, between July and August. Should we go?
That is very fruitful, my brethren, that is fruitful. Yeah, that is fruitful. You know, where is the love? The love is, as you say, with the common people, the country people that you meet and you see reality and love. You understand?
I hear that.
As my brethren say, we all just find ourselves in a one place where we meet, whether we're from, you know, Grenada, way, whatever. We just meet here in the city in the burning pot. You understand?
That's right.
So then, you know, it's like it's the human revolution, and you know, enough critics out there would want to say this and say that, but it's the own human revolution, because to every individual there is an inner self.
So don't you think, my brethren, because listen, okay, you see, personal experience again, when I got off the plane
True.
in Africa, something inside me was reunited with me.
True.
Now, you can never get that here. As long as you're here, as much as you study, as much as you talk, as much as you pray, as much as you do what you want.
Never in a million years.
Okay, well then for that purpose, shouldn't we go?
True, true, true. You know? It is Bobby wrong, man. Everything they do, they're wrong. One morning, I tell you this, man. I'm traveling to work, you know?
Yeah.
And this youth is sitting on the tube, and true to you see I set in certain ways, you know, publishing His Majesty's name, Rastafari, you know? He started, he said, oh, you went on a holiday and you went to Jamaica, and, oh, you know, and you see the man never do this and I smoke enough weed, and, you know, and then he starts with his little dirty words. So I said, look, I don't want to hear that in my head this morning on the tube, and everyone was so amazed that I just said Rastafari, because, you know, you see, if you're not outspoken, it burns your stomach.
That's right.
And when it burns your stomach and you're not outspoken, then you can only suffer that. You understand?
That's it.
So as Sister Jackie and everyone said, we have to talk to the youth, them, and let them know where we stand, you know? Even on the buses in the morning, man, I tell you, man, the vocals coming from the kids, them, is outrageous. It makes you want to, you know, stop the bus and get off.
For real.
And I'm not, you know, I'm not the Eurocentric mentality, but it's just the feelings, you know.
But it seems to be, you know, my brother, that enough people now are taking on the responsibility of even just talking to the youths, and not so much in a way to pull them up, you know what I mean, but just to show them by example.
True.
And that can only be a good thing.
Yeah, man, you know, Genesis is firm, and the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. So wherever we're there, we can communicate in whatever levels, you know. We just give thanks, you know.
For real.
But as we say, it is the revolution, and it is the human revolution, you know.
Okay.
It is the human revolution, and, you know, Selassie liveth itinerally, you know.
One love, my brother.
And he's great in the company of those that publish his name.
Okay.
Rastafari.
One love. Keep it love. Okay, you all are in tune to the Big G1 91.6 FM People's Talk Show in the house. It's your time, you know, community talk, so let's hear it. Good afternoon, you're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah,
it's me, King David.
What are you saying? You alright?
Yeah, I'm trying to say quite a lot still.
Okay.
Yeah, truly, yeah. You let me turn my radio down. You know there seems to be an interference in as people are talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just distorted.
Okay, well you know how it goes, D, man. We got those out there that don't want the community to talk to each other.
Yeah. Is there anything you can do about it?
Well, we changed our phone, you know what I mean? We just try to boost up our signal.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is it worthwhile me actually saying anything? If what I can hear from my radio is distorted.
You know, so say what you want to say, because London can hear you.
Yeah, you were saying that what you was doing come on the Crime Watch program.
No. A brother just said that there was a Crime Watch show that said there was an incident down at Acapulco's.
Oh, seen.
Nothing to do with Genesis. I'm saying that when Genesis are down there, nothing like that happens.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, I would say something I think I said last week about Christmas. You know, a lot of our people, the enslaved nation people, are looking forward to the celebration of Christmas and the food and all that. And
yeah, we're going to do a show on it next week. We're going to do a show on it next week.
Truly, okay. Yeah, I would just say this again. I said it last week. No good Christmas promoters knocking on your door. When they get no response, they appear on your television, similar as Al Pacino would say, like a cockroach crawling on your floor. That was an insult to cockroaches. Yeah, and basically I would re-mention again that on the date of the 16th of December, there's gonna be a big thing at the Home Office, a big protest. So, and the time that begins is 12 p.m. And
did you all hear that, London? Remember, Dee rang up and told us already on the 16th of December, there's going to be a protest outside the Home Office, seen Southwest 1, in relation to, boy, just basically the Home Office.
Yeah, and there's too many people of our similar color. And there's one more statement I would like to make. You try to be gardeners for joy and do your garden justice, and the most high, the most superior. You bless all those that wish to know the truth and not know real legends. Okay, peace.
One love, brother. You take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Safe.
Yeah, London, boy, you know, some of it. We got some, well, I say every week, you know, some hardcore brothers and sisters out there in the community holding it up despite everything. Next week is a show on what's the date? 25th of December. See? For all of you that's out there in a mad rush now, buying your presents for your children. Boy, oh boy. Good afternoon, caller. Your name, please.
Yes, hello everybody. It's Sister Dion here from HRS.
One love, Sister D. How's it down there in Edgware?
Not too bad.
Okay, what would you like to say to London? In fact, no, before you talk, how's the education going?
It's alright. I'm in my last year, as you already know.
No, Sister D. We've got a lot of young people listening. Now, I always tell my children, when they come in from school, I say, how was school? And they say, it's alright, or it was alright. I don't know what that means.
Okay, then I'll be more specific.
Yes.
Okay, it's a bit hard going at the moment, because I've got deadlines coming from me left, right and centre.
Okay.
But, you know, slowly I'm going through it. I've got my exams next month.
Yep.
And so I'm preparing my revision for that right now.
Oh, good. You see?
And I've also got a dissertation final report outline to hand in.
Have you finished it?
Nearly finished it. I've got to do the finishing touches. Right. And that's about African children and doll choice.
Okay. Well, you see, now tell me that's not more than all right. You understand? We gotta make the people know, because listen, at the end of the day, you know, it's only through working and applying ourselves, as you know, that we're gonna get what we want to achieve in life. So
that's right.
Don't sell yourself short ever. If you ever phone me and I say, how's your education? Tell it so that the people them know that it's not no easy road. It's not just a sit down and watch telly and you know what I mean?
Oh no, certainly not.
Anyway, what do you want to say to us, Dee?
Right. What I particularly want to say is that there was a meeting 2 days ago on Friday.
Okay.
And it was called by the Al-Kebalan Revivalist Movement.
By who? The Al-Kebalan
Revivalist Movement.
Revivalist Movement. Okay.
And they sent out an emergency or crisis meeting to all African people.
So how comes, listen, Dee, how comes, right, we don't get this information? If you're sending out emergency, not you personally, but if you're sending out emergency meeting calls to the community, how comes Genesis are not getting this information?
I don't know. I mean, I know that Power Jam got it, because that's how I got to go to that meeting.
Okay, carry on anyway. So they had an emergency meeting 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, to address the Channel 4 TV program on dispatches, the teenage gang rape.
Okay.
And at that meeting, ideas were gathered from the audience about what we should do and how we should go forward to pull up these people.
Okay, and what was some of the more positive ideas?
We're going to have a few suggestions were made, i.e. a boycott of Channel 4 for the day.
Okay.
I don't know what day that's going to be. There's going to be loads and loads of letters going off to all sorts of organisations and also to individuals who sold us out on that programme.
Okay.
ITC is going to get a letter.
So tell me now, coming out of the meeting, what's the most prominent disapproval?
The inaccurateness of the programme and trying to focus on our young black males.
Young black men.
Right, trying to say that. Because first of all, in the meeting, we all had a chance, again, to view the programme.
Yeah.
And then after that, we all viewed the discussion programme with the Devil's Advocate man. And after that, then it was decided how we must address it and who is to be pulled up. Because it was highly inaccurate, and we disagreed with the way it was shown. Even if the way they sort of manipulated the programme was to make out, say that all young black males are innately oversexed and they're predisposed to be raping people.
The old Mandingo mentality.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
So basically, it was just a call to all interested African people who want to get involved with redress.
Okay.
Yeah. We're also having a meeting in 2 weeks' time, which will fall on the 18th.
On the 18th.
Yeah, and we'll be at the. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, the meeting will be at 7:30, the 18th, at the William Morris Community Centre, Greenleaf Road.
7:30 at the William Morris Community Centre.
Greenleaf Road.
Greenleaf Road.
Walthamstow.
Walthamstow.
London E17.
London E17. You got a phone number there?
Yeah, you can contact our Cleveland Revivalist Movement on 0181.
0181.
539.
539.
2154.
2154.
Yeah, actually, they said that they couldn't contact Genesis because they can't pick it up in their area.
In Walthamstow?
Wherever they are.
That's strange because our night goes out that far. Can you pick us up clearly where you are?
Oh yeah, but I'm in Edgware Road.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. I will. Walthamstow's supposed to get us. But anyway, D, thanks for that information there, right?
Yes, I mean, a lot of people were there actually. There was what you see on. Did you actually watch the discussion program?
No, I missed all of it.
Well, anyway, there was one person who was actually on the panel that actually turned up on Friday.
Okay.
And he's going to be moving with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Chris. What's his name?
So
did he
explain his part for being his role in it?
Yeah, he was one of the few that was like battling it out with Darkest How and challenging him.
Okay.
Because Darkest How was going like a fool.
Okay. Well, listen, keep us updated, you know.
Yeah, I will.
Right.
Yeah.
And say hello to your husband.
Okay.
And kiss up the children.
Okay, I will.
All right, D.
Okay then.
And just, keep the study going. And anytime it gets too hot to handle, just go and give your husband a slap around his head and tell him I'm feeling fed up. Take care.
Okay then, you too.
Keep it low.
Alright.
Okay, you all have heard it there loud and clear. This is what Genesis is all about, My sister up there in the Edgware Road region, picking us up loud and clear, giving us some information there on the Al-Kiba Land Revivalist Movement, a meeting they had and what went down and what's coming out. There's going to be a lot more information coming out revolving around that meeting there. Good afternoon, caller. Your name, please?
Hello, this is Janet.
Yes, Sister Janet. What would you like to say to London?
Okay, I just want to make a point that I think that music's an important thing.
You think that?
And it's influencing a lot of the youths out there.
Sorry, say that again. You think?
music is an important thing.
Okay.
In influencing the children out there.
Yes.
And I don't think that people like Jay-Z are helping. Because there's a track on his album where he talks about a week ago how him and his friends were all good and everything.
Okay.
And he's talking about taking crack money and recycling it through the hood.
Okay.
And I don't think he's doing a lot to help.
So, you didn't hear us last week when we kind of was discussing the same issue.
No, I didn't catch last week.
Okay, well then I did put it out to the community that we got these crackheads and these little coke kids taking the money out of our community. The addicts that they're supplying are most probably teething it out of either their mummy's purse, someone's house, or mugging someone on the street. And it's in our community. They're going and buying these drugs, and the money's just flowing all the way out of the community without it being answerable to us. But yet, the crackheads, you know, and all of the drugs addicts, they cost so much money when we've got them in our community. So, from that point of view, wouldn't there be a question for whether these coke dealers and these big coke barons, there should be a levy on them by us, by our community, and take back whatever resources? Nah?
Yeah, but my point is just the music.
Okay.
You know?
So then how are we going to take back control of the music?
Well, there's not a lot that we can do, but I just think that they should do better.
So you think that
they should take some responsibility themselves.
Okay. Well, again, let's say now we're concerned parents. Maybe we should approach, you know, the music industry or these artists in the industry, and make them responsible to us.
Yeah.
But how many artists are going to say to you, look, you know, all right, I'll let you censor me. Including The Voice and The New Nation.
Yeah.
You know, but sis, what else would you like to say to London? Because what you said is stirring a lot of conversation inside the studio.
Is it?
Yes.
What are they saying?
They're saying that all of them things there is all backed by drugs money. All of it. You know, everything. The whole of the media, everything is all backed by drugs money.
Okay then.
So maybe, you know, because look, you've even got the government now. If the government catch you, all right, and you've got a house, and you are a music promoter, but you made your money from juggling drugs, because, you know, let's not be naive. A lot of the music promoters are just laundering drugs money. See? Now, okay. Now the police, if they catch you, you know what they're going to do, apart from lock you up?
What's that?
They're going to seize all of your assets.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They're going to take your house. They're going to take your money in your bank account. They're going to take your fast car. Okay? And that's the government.
Yeah.
So what about us? Anyway, sis, take care. Thanks for your call. All right, and you keep it locked to the Big Gen 1. 91.6 People's Talk Show, you know. Now, some people phone up and they feel shy. It's okay, you know. It's okay, you know. But the first time you do it, second time you get over it. See? Good afternoon, you're in tune to Genesis Radio. Your name, please?
Good afternoon.
Yes, my brother.
Breeze.
What's your name?
Breeze.
Okay, Breeze.
Is the radio too loud?
Sorry?
Is the radio too loud?
Nah, man. The radio is fine. You have a very powerful voice.
All right.
Go true.
First point I'd like to say, I really have a problem with that word slavery.
Okay, why?
I'll tell you why. Because we use that in everyday expressions.
Yeah.
Our mum says it every day. What? And I think we are slaving at this house, and really, we go to work. The boss is working me like a slave.
Yes.
It means nothing. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Slavery comes from the word slave. It means nothing. I have a problem with it. I'm tired of hearing about us going through X amount of years of slavery.
So don't you think, my brother, it's because of, you know, in the original sense, what we connect that word with sums up every fear of a black man?
No, I don't. Because the original context of a slave, right? In wartime, if I defeat you, you and your family now becomes my slave.
Yes.
You understand? If you owe me a debt, you become my slave if you can't pay this debt, or one of your kin becomes my slave.
And what would that entail?
Sorry?
What would that do? What would that mean then? If I imagine we're in those times, I can't pay my debt to you, and so I become your slave. How? Because again, a lot of us, when you say slave, we relate it with all of the pain and all of the anguish.
Well, some people, like the way how they work, they're like a slave anyway, and they will do that willingly.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
I hear that.
We're slaving to this day, willingly.
Well, again, the point was just made to me as well, that a lot of us work for 27 days, 27 and a half days before we get paid.
Well, there you go. That's the shit thing.
Okay.
You understand? You work for me in advance. I pay you in arrears. You understand? And before you get your money, boof, I take a quarter of that. Go on ahead later. You understand what I'm saying to you? And we do this every day willingly.
So then how can you have a problem with the word slave?
I have a problem with it, you understand? Because now the Jews then, they've got the word Holocaust.
Yes.
We don't use that word every day.
No.
We don't say, boy, it's like a Holocaust. Them a work me like, they feel like it's Holocaust.
That's right.
And them things. Automatically they have a word that is not used in any other context, but to bring up images of horror and them things there. Automatically you say Holocaust, you know exactly what they're talking about.
Yep.
You understand?
But is that the same with slaves?
No.
Why?
No.
How come?
Because right now, it was heinous crimes that was committed during that time. Right? The four that comes to my head right now is kidnap, rape, murder, and genocide of a nation.
That's right.
Not to mention dilution of genes and all of them kind of things, but we're not even going to go there for the second. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Okay.
So within those meanings of the word slavery, you understand, it doesn't weigh up.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying to you?
We're using it in the wrong context.
Yes, I believe so. We should get rid of the word slavery and start use the word Holocaust.
Start using the word Holocaust.
Start use the word Holocaust because we suffered a massive Holocaust.
So then what you're actually saying is that the word slavery kind of undermines what really
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It just goes over people's heads. You start talking about slavery, automatically people start thinking of people in bondage, but it was deeper than that.
Yeah.
Much deeper than that, and you know this.
250 million died in the sea.
Exactly. When you admit that you're a slave, then you're basically you're worth less than an animal. And this is the wording of the law, what they use to keep you under. From you admit that you were a slave, trust me, the rules of the game changed for you. And I know I wasn't no slave.
Right.
You understand? I was a product of some heinous, terrible crimes. You understand? Against my forefathers and humanities. You understand what I'm saying to you? And we're still affected by that to this day. Now the Jews have got a word Holocaust. As soon as they mention Holocaust, everybody starts get jittery. You understand? They start showing these things on TV, what happened within the Holocaust, which was for how long? Minute time. You understand? And a lot of things people don't even check that Hitler was himself a Jew.
And you see, by the same time, you know, my brother, other people say, look, listen, the Holocaust was in our lifetime, you know. You cannot equate that with what went on in Africa. That was over how long ago, see? And by now, you lot should have just grown out of that and get on with life instead of just wallowing in self-pity and always brooding about what happened all of them hundreds of years ago.
But as we can see, they're still wallowing in self-pity. Just the other day, there was...
That was the other day, that's what, how much years? 50, 60, 70 years ago?
You know what? Time is like a piece of string. From it happened, it happened.
Okay.
You understand? And the fact that they have got proof and they make sure the youths them learn within their school curriculum, you don't never forget what they went through. You understand? But unless certain man on the street talk about so-called slavery, like I said, I hate that word, brethren. I get ignorant when I hear that word because, yes, we're the only nation that has been treated that way.
That's right. Up until this blessed day.
You know, so people think, yeah, it was about money and it was about this. Yes, it was about money. Also, it was about mixing in. Seeing certain people mixing in. You understand? In order to survive. You understand? So right now, how can you simplify it as saying slavery? You know? When me go to work and my boss want me do certain things in my mind, I think, well, you think I'm a slave? I might tell him that. What, you think I'm a slave?
That's right.
It means nothing. He might laugh. No, it's not a laughing matter, really and truly, if that word means what it's supposed to mean. You can't smile.
That's right, not at all.
It's not supposed to be a thing that's said loosely. You understand what I'm saying to you? Right? That was the first point. Okay. The second point is, boy, you know what? About the youths then.
Yes.
I personally don't feel, I heard enough people disrespecting the youths then. Talking about the youths them no ideas and rare.
That's right.
It's the same game, brethren. Just different players.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing can change. The difference is that some of the youths then, they grow up and all they're hearing their parents talk about is money.
Yep.
Oh, money, I kill them. Bills and rare. So obviously when a youth grows up and he starts seeing that, boy, pocket money ain't really a every week thing and his parents can't afford to buy certain things, obviously he's going to be looking out. You see what I'm saying to you?
I hear that. But then isn't it still a sad case if, you know, our children, because we can't afford it, you know what I mean? They see like they're losing out, or, you know, they're missing out on something.
Well, the youths them are gonna feel like they're missing out if there's nothing to compensate for that.
Okay.
Love, respect, morals.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
Comfortable home upbringing.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yep.
Right? So I feel like the youth them is gonna feel left out if those things are not there to take their mind off of it. Even we as big people, we need certain things to take our mind off of money for even the moment.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying to you? So what makes us think that the youths them are gonna be some form of miracle worker, that they're not gonna feel those same effects? You see what I'm saying to you?
The only way that they won't is if we kind of, you know, steer them clear of that and make the changes so they don't have to go through the same thing.
Well, listening to the calls them over the weeks, them, you know, basically it boils down to the same thing. It's education, knowledge.
That's right.
You understand? And the thing about it, some of us as parents know what time it is.
Yep.
We know the game.
Yep.
You understand? But we don't want to teach the youths them the game.
That's right.
Well, here at World, media is teaching your youths them whether you like it or not. You understand?
Did you hear that? The media is teaching your children whether you like it or not.
Exactly. So you need to start teaching them from early, before they can even understand what media is and other sources of information. You understand?
That's right.
Because right now when a youth is born, right, up until a certain stage of his life, it's just mother, maybe father. You know, I know lots of fathers is doing their thing, so we're not dissing the fathers.
Yep.
No time at all, some of them, right? But right now a child needs both parents. You understand?
That's right.
And from the time a youth comes out of the womb, it's learning.
Yep.
It can't talk, they can't talk, not it. They can't talk. You understand? They can't express themselves. So right now all they're doing is watching you, who is the bond to them,
That's right.
and taking lessons.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
If you've got other children around them, they're learning off of other children as well. You understand?
Yep.
That is developing them for the first stages of going to school,
That's right.
preschool.
That's right.
Then they go into the big playground, other children.
And they learn more from
They learn more, but the morals, what you've taught them from home, certain things,
Put it down.
still
Yeah.
follows them.
Yeah.
You understand? You keep on with the education and showing them the morals and get involved in their everyday life. When they're ready to start infant school, that's a different playground.
Yeah.
You understand? They're done used to people.
Yeah.
You understand? They're not frightened of people.
That's right.
And I saw it go on. It's stages, brethren.
So by the time they're ready to go out and work, they know how to hold it.
They know. You understand?
Yep.
The way I look at it, you know, you have to teach your youths them like a hustler, brethren.
Yeah.
You understand? Because people will try and hustle them.
That's right. So
you understand? From the schools, them, to, you know, governments, everybody is trying to hustle the youths them. They don't want the youths them to know nothing. You've got certain big people,
yep.
You understand, showing the youths them raw.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
And at the same time, you know, and despite everything, despite of all the mess that we're in, we've got enough of our youths out there that just holding it up.
I tell you what, right? There's certain youths out there, Virgin, we have to respect them.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
We have to respect them because the knowledge where some of them have would have put certain big people to shame.
For real. And the way they apply it as well.
Exactly. But that's what it's all about, Virgin. You understand? Because I remember myself, you talk about school and them thing there.
Yep.
They're one of them youth that will get ketchup in a school. You understand? Parents had to come down to school on a regular basis.
That's right.
For me. Now hear what? My father never come down there once. Not once. You get what I'm saying to you?
I hear.
So the teachers them never see that right now there's a man around who ain't taking no rubbish.
Mummy all the time.
Mommy all the time, and mommy's got pressure. She got the rest of the brothers and sisters to look after. Plus she's holding down her nursing career, putting up with whole heap of shit because at them time, trust me, there was where she was working, there was just a few black people within this hospital. You understand? She used to have to suffer things like white people being sick, and when she has to go and treat them, they don't want no blackie to be fixing them up and rare. So she's got to suffer all of them kind of things.
They'd rather see down in the sick and the mess.
Of course, off their nose to spite their face. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, I hear that.
But differently, the point is that the father wasn't around. Now, I've got my youths, hear what I'm telling you. Me make sure the school and everybody knows that hear what, this youth has got a father.
Yes.
My youths them has got fathers who's been on the street, who knows the game, who knows that we're an endangered species. You understand?
Yeah.
And we're playing the game.
And I've been through it, for real. And
you understand what I'm saying to you?
The thing is with these, like, what, you know, us that was parents that was born here, is that we went through the whole of the system. So certain things we shouldn't even allow our children to get wrapped up in because we know how the system runs.
Some of us don't.
I hear that.
But there's not enough of us. Because even when I go like all parents' evening and them thing there, I hardly see.
Black man on one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I know, man.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yep.
But I notice how the teachers them treat my youth them different because I'm around.
That's right.
And I question certain things.
That's right.
When my youth first started going to school, you understand, the oldest one, we start teaching before school stage because that is an important part of the learning process.
Yep.
What you learn from home. So I teach them colours and adding and ABCs and 2 times table. You understand what I'm saying to you? My youth was lucky in that they had both mum and dad.
Yeah.
So they got the woman's influence and they got the father's influence.
And to see at the same time, you know, for enough of the man them, you know, we have to take it a step further. You know, it's not necessarily just a matter of, okay, I'm there for my children. There's children out there that have no man around them. And we now have to take it a step further and be there for them as well.
And certain people is doing that, but again, it's not enough.
Again, you know? But
you understand?
From somebody starting it and someone's dealing with it, you know what? Enough black people are like sheep. And when they see that, yes, this is the positive way to move forward, they'll pick up on it.
Well, you see, the thing about the way that they've got black people, right, is we want microwave information, instant.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
We don't want to read it up, we don't want to break things down, you know, we just want to hear it.
Discuss things.
Yeah, if a man can tell us it in a convincing way, then we'll go with that.
That's right.
You understand? Like sheeple.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
I hear that, my brother.
But right now, it's all about helping self, because from you can help self, then you can help others.
That's right.
If you can't help self, trust me, don't come near me.
Because you can't do nothing for me.
Exactly.
All right, my brother, big up
See?
your call. All right.
All right, respect goes out to London.
Keep it locked.
All right, peace.
One love.
Yeah.
Building, playing out building. The black 902 and no cat was chilling. Then spotted it, something looked fabulous with ice on.
You're in tune to the Genesis 91.6 FM. See, we've gone into it, you know, we've been reasoning with the young people today, talking about some of the issues surrounding them. 0795 777 Good afternoon, caller. Can you turn that radio down, please? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, hi, it's Sister John here again, actually.
Yes, Sister D.
Yeah, I just want to I want to highlight two topics in particular, okay? Elaborating further on what a previous sister called in to talk about the music.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that too. I notice, especially about these so-called pop groups, that they're trying to rope in whites into our music.
That's right.
For example, you got Another Level, you got All Saints, and like the use of one black member of them groups.
It's carrying the whole group.
Right, they're carrying like the other three whites.
That's right.
As if to sort of like make it and mix it into some kind of multicultural music. So that, you know what I mean?
You got it.
Right, so also like East 17, they got out this tune that I was well shocked with. I was listening to the radio and it was like a kind of Jodeci like tune.
That's right.
That they got out.
In fact, you know, a couple of weeks ago I listened to an interview with E17, and believe you me, all I was hearing was, hear what? You know what? And I saw it go, you know, and I built a bridge in, beer that. And when the woman asked him, yo, you know, where is your musical? Boy, well, we've been listening soul from back in the day, you know, and that alone, you know, and I thought, what is that E17? You know,
exactly.
So that's how far they gone.
Yeah, there's actually two books that I'd like to recommend for our people that addresses the issue, and it's by Brother Del Jones called Culture Bandits.
Okay.
Culture Bandits.
Culture Bandits by
Culture Bandits by Del Jones, parts 1 and 2.
Parts 1 and 2.
There's two books.
Any good bookshop?
Any good black bookshop has got it.
Okay.
And it even goes back into the way how they took our jazz from us.
So, recommended reading?
Recommended reading on the subject of music, black music, and white control.
Okay.
And intervention. He talks about Elvis.
Yep. And I know, I've got some information where Dale's just breaking down Michael Jackson as well.
Oh, yeah. Michael Jackson and the New World Order.
That's right.
Yeah. He talks about Elvis. He talks about Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire.
Yep, Teeth, Living Teeth.
How they got taught by black people how to tap dance.
Mr. Bojangles, original. That's
right. And then anyone would think that Wolf Harris is the originator of that musical instrument.
No.
Remember that didgeridoo?
Yes.
He's going on like it's him.
That's right.
Like he didn't learn it from black people.
That's right. Well, so I can understand the title of the book, Culture Bandits.
Culture Bandits.
Bandits.
Well, bandits.
Yes.
And talking about, and also I want to mention culture bandits like Tim Westwood and David Rodigan.
That's right. Identify
them, man.
For real.
You have to expose them, man. I don't know why we big them up.
You know what I mean?
Why are we picking them up? Have you seen in Carnival when it's Tim Westwood? You know how much black people are crowding around him?
Sheep, man, sheep.
Sheep? I can't believe it, man.
Now, telling me he's not standing up there and having a good laugh on us.
Of course he's laughing at us.
Okay.
And many a time I hear on the adverts, when they're advertising the raves on the pirate radio station, they all mention Rodigan, and like the DJ will then come on and say, yeah, Rodigan did tear it up last night. I thought, shut up. What are you picking them up for?
That's right. And you add maybe 6, 7, 8 other black man and woman there
around him.
That's right. You know, well.
And there's also a series that many black people have got it, including myself actually, where it's about rewind selector classics.
Yeah.
And it's compiled by David Rodigan.
That's right.
And I'm thinking to myself, what? They couldn't find a black person to compile our music.
I mean, one of the first DJ playing reggae live international was a man named Tony Williams. You know what I mean? And it's man like that you're supposed to be coming when you're doing these things, but they're not doing it.
Exactly. White men compilating black music.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Well, it's the same as that. Remember the Mobo when that Ginger Air Boy won?
Yeah, Nick Hucknall.
Well, right, well, you know, it just that was setting the precedent for us again. And, you know, someone's just letting us know, right, you lot can't control your own thing, we're going to take
so
it
we
away
will.
from you. That's right.
Yeah, because like you got like, have you noticed every time we invent, because we're so creative, every time we invent something, they take it over, and then it causes us to reinvent something else, and then they come and take that again. So we're always running away from them, but they're always chasing us.
That's right.
Because you got the jungle, and then it got turned into drum and bass.
That's right.
It got taken over and relabeled.
And then it's gonna move on again.
It's gonna move on again.
That's right. And
But like, can't you see that, you know, we're always running away trying to recreate and create again.
Yeah.
See what I mean? That just proves our creativity. It proves our creativity.
That's right, you see now, that's why I believe if we apply that in the motherland, then, you know, we'll control our own things.
Yeah, because most people don't know that rock and roll was ours.
That's right.
And country and western was ours.
And Elvis Presley was one of the biggest music pirate ever to walk on the face of the planet.
King of rock and roll. He was no king of rock and roll. The king of rock and roll is black people.
That's right. You know what I mean? You got to be talking, even before him, you got to be talking about man like B.B. King. You got to be talking about Little Richard and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because look at the jitterbug.
Yeah.
The jitterbug is ours.
That's right. You know, but again, the way how they presented it, if they show it in history, everyone will believe, say, nope, these things was created in England and in America amongst the white community. Not the case. Not the case.
Exactly.
Sister,
Also,
yeah.
So, the next topic I want to talk about is that awful program called Brothers and Sisters.
Don't you like it?
It's absolutely disgraceful. Did you see the last episode?
No, you're crazy. Shame on you. Do you admit watching that? I wouldn't even admit watching it if I did.
Listen, I stumbled upon it. Okay. I didn't even know that it came on, and by chance it just came on, and I just took it in.
Yep.
Because as far as I'm concerned, even though I don't like programs, I still watch it anyway to see what the hell they're up to.
Yep. That's right. It's a joke.
Even when it's burning me to watch it, I'll still watch it.
It's a joke, man. It's got some little girl acting as a yardie who's just sleeping
I've
with
got several points here that was taken from the last episode.
Okay,
You got someone called Quinella.
That's right.
She's sleeping now with white man.
Yep.
They featured her in some sort of semi-porn kind of clip where he's on top of her in bed.
Yep.
And all of that.
That's the yardie girl.
No, this is Petronella now, the church girl.
Okay, Petronella.
Not Petronella, I mean what's her name? Quinella.
Yeah.
She's meant to be the respected girl.
Oh, what?
Yes,
really?
The self-respecting girl.
She's with a white man as well.
She's with white man.
What do you mean?
What kill it as well? The same white man she did with, she cheated on her white best friend.
Anyway, Dion.
Was the man?
Dion, you're just turning my stomach, man.
So anyway, moving on.
Stomach, man.
Oh yeah.
There's about 4 of them in there now that's dealing with white men.
It's disgusting. You got a young black youth there selling drugs.
Yep.
He gets beaten up by an Asian.
Yep.
And being intimidated and exploited by a white man who now is exploiting him.
Yep.
Because he's on their turf.
That's right.
And how he's now forced to comply with them.
Yep.
If he wants to remain to sell the drugs.
Sell drugs for
so
them.
now he now become a slave to the white master now.
That's right.
Right. And then you've got a black woman manhandled by the police.
Yes.
A bit like a Joy Gardner scene. Where she's manhandled out of her shop on suspicion of drugs.
Okay.
And you've got the black man standing there just watching her helpless and defenseless while she's screaming at him saying to help her.
So you would say then, Theon, that this is a kind of fairly comprehensive representation of the black community?
Huh? So yeah, we got that now. You know, it's very damaging to the black males in particular in that program.
For real?
They're not in control of nothing. They're being bossed about.
I'll tell you the truth, not even just the man, because the women them in that show, they're acting so slack, it's unreal.
Disgusting. You got Petronella prostituting herself to the white man again.
Yep.
He's there sitting in a restaurant with her holding hands. And then she's got some batty riders on and
you know what? See, you know what the sad thing is? This show is not written by white people. It's not produced by white people either.
Well, that's right, yeah. I saw the producer, I forgot it, but I know it's a... Yeah. She, what's her name? She had an African name too, Ama Asante.
That's right.
Ama Asante.
Producing that.
Can you believe it?
Well, you'll find...
You don't deserve to have no African name. What are you doing with an African name? You ain't got no African mind.
Well, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of these things, and we've seen it in the music industry as well, you know. We've had big promotions put on in London and in the country, and it's got some big, nice African-sounding thing. And when you look behind it, it's 3 old bald-headed white men sitting in a room that's running the whole show and earning all the dollars out of it. See? So anyway, D, we're going to take some calls in the last minutes of the show, see?
All right.
Big up for them.
One little tiny recommendation again for the youth. This is going out to the youth.
Okay.
I want to recommend a book for them. It really woke me up. From Niggers to Gods, Part 1 by Akil.
From Niggers to Gods.
From Niggers to Gods. That's the title of the book, and it's aimed directly at black youth.
Did you all hear that, young people out there? There's a book that is specifically written for you all. It is called From Niggers to Gods.
Yeah.
And the author is who?
Akil. It doesn't say a surname, just Akil.
Akil.
A-K-I-L.
A-K-I-L.
Yeah.
Okay? Niggers to Gods. Positive reading. If you're in college right now, you're in secondary education, you know, pick it up. Even if you're young and you've got a nice reading age, pick it up and read. All right, people? Sister D, big up for the information.
Okay, then.
You will take care.
All right, then.
Keep it locked.
Okay, bye.
See you. Okay, you were still locked in, you know. This is the People's Talk Show, Genesis 91.6 FM. The foremost leading black radio station anywhere that you could lay your hands on. Fly through the dial, search as much as you want, but you won't find nothing like this. See? It's called Original. Anyway, we're going to take the last few calls coming up to the last minutes of the show. We've got a Senator B coming in, and you know what Senator's like. He's an absolute tickler for time. We're going to take this call. Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Hello, Commissioner. It's Jackie again.
Yes, Jack.
Yeah, I was just wanting to tell you. I was going to tell you this other day. I met up with this woman. She is, well, her husband is a prince, a priestess, rather.
Okay.
And she's a priest. No, he's a priest and she's a priestess of Ghana. And she said she was happy to speak with you about certain principles that's going to be going down, like in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll phone you at home and leave you her number, or if you don't mind if I pass your number on to her, but I want you to get your permission first.
Okay, well, phone me and give me a number.
Okay, I'll do that then.
All right.
And, yeah, another thing, Brother Ron, I hope he will give it a chance and try and get to Ghana as far as I'm concerned. Really and truly, we give the white man enough chances. You know, we see with them every day. We have to start seeing with our own people and giving our own people a chance. We're too quick to stereotype. If he goes with his brethren and, you know, he just goes out with an open mind and don't look down at nobody, just be yourself and just mellow in, you know. As that woman told me, she said to me, a lot of things will happen. A lot of our outsiders go there, and we go there with European ways and attitudes, right? Even by us, the clothes we wear, we offend them, right? We have to start checking ourselves. We have to cover up. We have to answer every day, is it all right for me to wear this? You know, and find out the customs and the way they live. We have to adjust to them, right?
Because it's something that was taken away from us.
Yeah, that's right. And I used to wear short skirts and do a load of other things, right? But, you know, before you didn't know, you just worked because you liked it. But a lot of us have to try and be educated on a different level, you know.
Right.
And as I say, the older you get, the wiser you get, you know. Education is knowledge, really, you know.
Okay, sis.
Yeah, and another thing now, I'd like to add this Ian Wright to the punk list, right, because he's just boiling up my blood every week. He's just going on like a bloody idiot, right? And for him, they're out there hugging up and kissing up white women and worshipping them. You know, I just don't this shit. I think us black people, when we get a position, I think he would have been better off just staying a footballer as not as presenter, because he ain't coming over as a black man, he's coming over as a white man. He's showing us our black men to act like an arsehole as far as I'm concerned. You know, like pick up the white woman.
Jack, see what Ian would tell you? Ian would tell you that he's not coming over as a black man, he's coming over as an entertainer.
Well, he should be in a bloody circus as far as I'm concerned, entertainer. He just irritates me. I just watch it to see to get a joke every Thursday and Friday, because he's just, I mean, if our youth is turning on telling, watching him as a role model, what is he showing us? You know, he's big enough to tell them what level he wants, who he wants to play his music, who he wants on his show, right? And he's got a white woman every minute kissing up and hugging. I notice even the way she greets him, there's a distance to it. If that been a white presenter, she would have come a little closer, but she's still burying if we don't notice anything. So whatever happens, he is not being himself, you know what I mean?
And they're still not accepting him.
No, the first show I saw before, like, these ones come on, that was good with Lionel Richie, because he was more natural. He was like, you know, I thought, you know, and he seemed like he was in more control, but these other ones they've been giving him, they've got him down to the T for everything, you know what I mean? But he has to take, if he's going to be doing that, he has to take control of what he's doing. They don't dictate to him everything, because obviously I can see he's been dictated to. There's enough black DJs and sound system people he knows he can call in to do that thing, right? Why every week he's bigging up his weight?
Dollars, man.
You know what I mean?
Dollars.
Fair enough, dollars, but it's at a price, because what is it showing us? It's showing us, once he made it, we can be bought and sold for a price. You know, I used to have enough respect for him, but nowadays, I ain't got no respect for him, because I couldn't see him put his arse out, go down to the inquiry, or go down and back people when they need his support. Until his back is against the wall, then he will come out, you know. And I hope people do come down to give Joy Gardner support on the 16th of December at the Home Office. We really have to go down and give her support. She's an old black woman. She's out there campaigning for her daughter, justice for her daughter. And it's not only for her, it's for all the other black victims out there. We need the support, right? Don't wait until it knocks at your door tomorrow for you to get up and do something about it. Do something before it happens to you, because at the end of the day, it's happening to us. Just because it's not our immediate family, it's one of us.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Okay. I hear that, and that's a positive message to send out to everyone. And I hope everyone took it in, you know. Let's not just wait until it happens to us. Let's do something to help those who it has happened to already.
Yeah, so don't forget, 16th of December, the Home Office, right?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Take care, Jack.
Yeah, you too, bye.
All right, you all are hearing that again. This is what community radio is all about, you know. Anything that's going out there in the community, we will let you know. If one of us, the presenters in the station, do not know ourselves, then the links that we have, the love that we share, and the relationship, this is what you call interactive radio. Properly, seen? We and the people get together, we reason, you all just bring forward to us what needs to come forward, and the wider community knows. 0795 777 5477. Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Good afternoon, Genesis. The mobile number I've called is currently unavailable. It's not LMD speaking. I keep him, Bridget.
I'm safe.
Yeah, Bridget. I telephoned in. I was trying not to. Yeah? But dig this, you know? I've been listening to the brother Ron, but I think the brother has enough valuable points now.
He's got a valuable point.
Enough.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to prove it to you. Imagine I clean in front of my doorstep and two Africans live next to me, Nigerian.
Yes.
And I clean and ask this boy to come. I come out my door, find this gate locked.
Yes.
And I ask him, can you unlock? And then I lock it. I ask, can you lock it? Yeah. And man start, woo! And then say, I couldn't say you into slavery. I get you drug up, locked up. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's what he said to me now. African, yeah, that's what he said to me. A good, he sell you into slavery. That's worse than a white man calling me a black bastard.
Yeah, but my brother. Do you know how many people there are in Africa?
Huh? No, Virgin. You're forgetting, I'm a hurt person over the years, born where Cindy's come up over here now. Okay. I don't grow up in this African tradition now. It's just common sense will keep me alive. Okay. And then all I'm saying to you, like you say, some people coming over here and disrespect us. It's too much of them. Or you're forgetting when Nigeria had a war, civil war, Biafra against other parts of Nigeria, the little tribal war. Yes. When England started feed them, who will feed them? Now we from the Caribbean. What have we gotten back for that? Huh? Just pure insults, getting locked up for cleaning in front of my doorstep. Huh?
I hear that.
At the end of the day, all them guys, in front of the policeman, and I was the one who got locked up. I didn't do no wrong. At the end of the day, I do not have no right.
Well, come on then. All right, I hear that.
Okay?
I hear that.
They have more rights than we.
No. Hold on, listen 1 second, right? Because you've raised a very important issue. But you see what this raises again? I'm going to take it a bit further now.
Please
the police, okay?
Yeah.
The establishment, the council, they all deal with the indigenous African population completely different to how they deal with us.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, brethren, we do not have no rights in England. When we go into Africa, we ain't gonna have no rights. So at the end of the day, stop begging the white man for this reparation money, and we need it from the Africans who own we. You understand me? Because we ain't gonna get it, brethren. We're gonna go into the next century, still begging, going on to the 22nd century. Do for ourselves.
My brother,
yeah?
I think you got it the wrong way round. It doesn't matter, okay, we were sold initially by our own, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what kind of wealth they made out of it, see? They have not got it now. All right?
How you mean they don't have it? Wait, hold on. You did make, I don't know. Okay, let me show you don't have it. They do have it. They have a gold mine Mandela have. You know, a diamond mine here giving away to whoever to keep him in power and smiling like he'll do something for me and you. And I ain't seen these good do or what I'm supposed to title. I've never seen it. I've seen everyone else come over here and get it. And we ain't supposed to get it.
So
you understand me?
So then what you're saying, right, is that man like yourself is frightened to go South Africa where all of the gold mines are.
I'm not saying frightened to go South Africa. I'm saying man like Mandela who's in power have a gold mine, a diamond mine, who could help we build up the streets of London, the community we live in, north, south, east, west of London, where we are not getting that help.
My brother, listen, for the moment, I'm going to put on my Mandela hat. You think for 1 second, right? Do you think for 1 second that I'm going to take any of my riches or what's that in my land to come and beat up England? You're having a laugh.
I live in London. There's no schools here. There's no institute here for us, and they're wasting money. There's no hospital here for us. You're forgetting Trafalgar Square Mile. We need our own. And then people come over here and take the best of us, and my parents, your parents before or even after, we helping them, and they turn around and spit on way. Look at that, Jed.
You live in one of the most affluent countries in the entire world. Okay?
Yeah, I know that, and I see them give so many millions to Russia, yeah? And still, yeah, I'm missing out over here. You understand me? And that millions have gone to waste. You understand me? That's part of my money, part of your money. Now we have to question this agenda. How come this money is missing out in the areas we live in? And then drugs are getting infested in our community. And then you can't trust brother, and brother can't trust you. You dig what I'm saying?
And that's it. That's here in this community.
Yeah. So all I'm saying, at the end of the day, we're fighting a war from all directions. And at the end of the day, all I'm saying, yeah, you look at it inside of you, you know? And you look deeper, you ask yourself a few questions, and then after you look outside, you ask yourself a few questions. When you look up, you look up with your mind, you don't look up with your eyes. Because if you look up with your mind, you just gotta see colors. You understand me? When you look up with your eyes, you just gotta see colors. You look up with your mind, you see further and further. And then I could trust you, you could trust me. By the end of the day, we are losing out as ex-slaves. And you can't argue with me no longer, Jenny. Just sit back and wait and be patient. And like, if you don't argue with me stronger, listen to Abdul this morning on Galaxy. You understand what I'm saying? I might sound negative. It's just due to the hurt.
You felt
Genesis?
You felt negative.
I might sound negative over the ear, but I'm just saying we're losing out. We're losing out here to the Indian man. We're losing out to the Chinese man. We're losing out to the Nigerian in helping we. They just come over and say we are brothers when they want something. And when they get what they want, we're not brothers. You are this, you are that. And then at the end of the day, where have they got us in our community? We do not got no shop front. We do not have no hospital. We do not have no schools. And when we are trying to attempt these things, like, say, for example, like you had some guys down Shepherd Bush, they're trying to attend their school. I don't know what type of buildings it is, what requirement they need to be in the building, but you have others who have come over here and been in this country less than us, and they have been empty buildings or whatever, they have been given those provisions to educate their own children.
My brother, listen, we here, right, we here have had support until support's going out of style.
Bertrand, I have never seen this report. I heard of Mr. Scarman report, this money's supposed to come and help you in the black community and this and that. I've never seen it. And when I go to people like, you know this guy Harry Somfy in Brixton?
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be helping you in the construction, seal and this and that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, I've never been to prison and that. Yeah, I might go college, get a little education and thing. When I'm coming to them people for help and getting this little job, that help isn't them. Them people are jokers, man. I'm saying I have my little paper, yeah, and it come like, I'm not supposed to get this. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm supposed to go to prison before I get a little help. I'm supposed to go mental before I get a little help. I'm supposed to endure more pressure before I get a little help.
Yeah, but my brother, listen, no, I'm not going to be biased. Number one, right? You see the kind of help that we've had over the period of years from since I was a youth growing up.
I've never seen it.
Hold on. I can name you, right? At least 50 of our leading black community leaders that took money on the pretense of the black community and went and built house here, there and everywhere, fed their family, kept all of their...
So why are they not charged for treason and being imprisoned by the English government for ignoring we who need these basic necessities within England?
Yeah, because the English government at the end of the day can write off that amount of money, and at the end of the day the English government are going to say, well, if the little black community are not going to make their leaders responsible to them, why should we?
Some of us don't know about it, like me, Jed. I read this and that about paper, like this guy who did last year when he was going to lock him or imprison him, from Jamaica. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember his name. A bald geezer, and he's supposed to have done this and that. Remember, at the end of the day, the same Indian man does it, and he get more out of life than us. He came over here, he pretend he was black, and he say he suffered this and that. Hey, me suffer more than them. I still have never got this international grant or this international entitlement. And then you have Muslim man who got, black man who got pretend he's Muslim or Hindu, but he's not telling you what they're doing and claiming our birthright, our entitlement in this land of England. You understand? And then they're going to pretend they are us.
And not just here in England. Look at the other day, there was a drive in Uganda for all of the Ugandan so-called Indians to go back home.
What home do they have in Uganda? Can I ask you, what home do they have for Uganda? I've been missing from Africa for 400 years. I've been kicked left, right, and center. You understand me? Whether economical, physically, mentally, or what? What right do they have in Africa? How come they haven't asked we who have that entitlement? You understand what I'm saying?
I hear that, my brother.
All I'm saying, that's that reparation money you're talking about. They don't want you with.
Yeah.
They don't want to see we with nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A few of them might hear what I'm saying over the phone, but you look deep down inside. We help one of them. Have one of them ever helped you get a job, but you might help one of them get a job. And I help you, Jed. They don't like the way you think, man. Work it out. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear that, my brother.
I still run out of money or whatever. And now, I come to talk about teaching.
Yes.
As a black man growing up in England, I have attempt to be a teacher with the requirement I get as a ordinary level plumbing advanced in the school Lewisham College.
Yes.
A few years back, I meet up on certain teachers. There were 3 of them. At the end of the day, I was mentally knocked off the course.
Okay.
About 2 years setback, mentally knocked off. But at the end of the day, trying to achieve that little thing, it made me gain sense. At the end of the day, I could say the teachers were racial. They practice racialism.
Yeah.
I can't say it's their fault. I don't know why they do it. Probably they were taught that way and they're not conscious of it.
But they had other motives.
Yeah, but other black people was on that course, right? I'll tell you an issue I took up. I was writing for my portfolio. That's the word for folder, yeah?
Yes.
And I went out about the unemployment, told what Margaret Thatcher had done to the union and the English and the working force and all of that. And then what, like MSC, and then like the government took down this breakdown trade union, breakdown training and all of that.
Yeah.
And then it come like I was doing a political thing. I wasn't doing no political thing. That was what they require. And then I meet up with a girl in Vauxhall College who was a teacher, female teacher. I can't too remember her name, but she was the only lady plumbing teacher there. She came, she got her requirement, and she was good. You know, but at the end there, I found out she was a lesbian. But pretend I didn't see that, because we could get on good.
Yes.
Not knowing that or what.
Yes.
You know, when I found out she wasn't, she introduced me with a friend. Pure rum came out my mouth, man, or whatever I was drinking, right? I couldn't hold it back, I was shocked. You understand what I mean? But at the end of the day, she told me when I was down Lewisham, what I'm doing is okay, but they're not telling me how to answer the question. Okay. Now, as a black man, I had certain time getting there early, late. I was getting there late, and then after I just get up early and thing due to not being working in that, yeah?
Yes.
And then them teachers was turning up late. You understand what I'm saying? They're supposed to be turning up to help me.
Yeah,
sure, there's some things one them name. Leave some things that have one name. And I just can't remember the other one name. But to Lewisham College in the telling me I shouldn't be a teacher and I got the qualifications to put me there? Who's them to tell me that?
Bridget, one of the sad things when it comes to the education, right, is that a lot of the courses that are set up now, promoted in the black community, they're just designed for the lecturers to collect money. They're not interested.
I'm not looking like that. I'm looking at how I went out there as a sincere black man to do what I'm doing, want to come back to my community and helping it. All I'm saying, you have certain black men, why we ain't getting nowhere as black people, they are designed teachers as coconut to sell our children, whether they're black or white. Do you understand me? You might have a sincere white person there who will help a black kid, but black kids can't see it due to experience and ignorance, yeah? And then you might have a black person who ain't doing that help. And then the black person might think this white person is not helping them. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the white person is 100% committed as being a teacher. But this black person just committed about keeping his job and keeping his place and promoting and feeding his family. Do you understand the pressure what I'm saying?
That's right.
You're having some being cloned in school like that.
Yep.
Now, forget that. Now let me attack Genesis for a while. Over the years, you have had people coming about teaching this, that, and that while we're going wrong.
Yes.
And then the world have changed.
Yes.
You see, we as black people come over here as a labor force.
Yes.
That is not needed no more.
No.
Do you understand what I mean?
That's right.
Now, teachers and people you put over there is not telling us that.
Yes.
Our kids could go to school and get in the information technological class and they're told those things.
Yes.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
And then people who's coming in aim to represent those kids and misrepresent information and put it across, they're doing harm than good. Do you understand what I'm saying?
They're doing more harm than good.
Thank you. The kids are seeing it, but they're coming over on a black thing, on this is coming over, like saying, this is happening. One time when our parents come here, they didn't need us as workers. Now they don't. They have a machine to do those work. And then the same time they have a machine to do that work, our leaders are not telling we need to be retrained to do this and that and tell our kids to go with that. Now, go a bit further. Stop that. You have to work that out. Now, BBC was talking about have a drug problem. If they have a drug problem, that's their problem. But if you have a drug problem there within the organization, black organization, media, airline, or televised, I think we ought to clean out our own house. Yeah? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. We should.
I have my own faults. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I have to stand up and do certain things what's right. I might smoke a nice herb. At the end of the day, we don't bring the herb over here. You listen to Power Jam Mixer, he's spinning cross and good ideas. He attacked the scene about 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Before I cut short, at the end of the day, while we're getting messed up, over the last 18 years of Tory terrorization, our family has fallen apart and the woman has given the right to destroy a lot of our kids.
That's right.
You understand me? Can you organize that and try straight out? I might put it across the wrong way, but check it out.
Yes.
Check it out. Look into it. We have too much man-child coming out too girly. Too much woman-child coming out too money.
Yeah.
So unbalanced. I'm sorry to put it that way. At the end of the day, I shouldn't get cut off. We need a function like what you had many years ago. 2 years, 3 years ago. All of us come together, we're all musicians, our family. So I have for the kids.
Yes.
If you can't make it for the big ones, you got to do it for the kids, please.
All right.
I'm running out of time. Christmas is just a few days, a weeks away, but use that holiday period.
Okay, my brother.
You understand what I'm saying? Use the holiday period. Check out mommy, check out daddy, check out who you haven't seen before. Check them, it's okay, have a nice rice and peas. Christmas, you know what I mean? Have your little thing and just make the family strong. Have I said enough? Have I got on your nerves without attacking you? Huh? Can I call you a few names? Is that guy still down Black Boy Lane? Huh? Is Bernie Grant still miseducating him?
Yeah.
Is Tottenham still there? Hey, Bridget, listen, sticks and stones might break my bone, but words don't have no threat. You hear that, nigga? Negro, you know what I'm saying? Stop, tell all black you start getting upset because people are calling them names. Go beyond that. Catch you up, your love, guidance. All right, hold tight, London, guidance.
Genesis 91.6 FM. Keep it rolling. We'll take this call. Good afternoon, caller. You're tuned to Genesis Radio. Turn down your radio, please.
Yeah, greetings. Greetings, my brethren.
Yes, my sis. Greetings.
Give thanks and praise for Genesis Radio. Listen, I've been listening to your program for a long time, and 100% agree with what they are saying. All our issues, unless we really get together to fight the Quangers, like the white devils, as an organization of people, we're nowhere. Right now, what I'd like to say, homelessness is at the peak. Last year, 100 people died on the streets. Them create them off of the streets in the ghetto, you know, the Doorside and these places. Now we have cold weather again, Rasta. Now I personally know about 2 who die on the Landor Road from the mental health, so them just face to death inside of the doorways. Okay. So I'm saying to London now, if you see people black or white, we need a coat, we need a shoes. Well, it's Christmas, you know, but Christmas and the murder, we remember that. So it's another genocide. So if you see a person out there who needs something, you know, give to them an old coat, an old shoes, put it down, let them have it. Let's not feel, let us feel that we've done something. Because there's 100 they created up last year that died. There's an organization called Unleash. Unleash?
Unleash.
Yeah, UNLEASH,
okay.
Unleash.
Yes.
And they just post me this tape. What I'm going to do, I'll be sending out coats and warm women clothes and to the St. Martin Fields organization for the poor people them out there. But I'm saying if you can't do it like this, and you see the vulnerables them out there, give them a coat and a shoes, you know.
Yes.
And we must remember, are the white devils we want to fight as an organization of political black people till I live.
One love, my sister.
You know, my God, remember now,
take
them
care.
poor people, Selassie.
All right. You want to hear that loud and clear from your sister, see? If you got an old coat or an old boogers and you see the vulnerables out there on the street, don't wait for someone to put a letter through your door or a leaflet or a flyer saying give to the poor. You know what I mean? Let's just share the community love, the community spirit that's needed to rebuild and rekindle the fire. That all-important number is 0795-777-5477. Yes, caller, you're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, it's me, David again.
Yes, D.
Yeah. I just wanted to quote a couple, poems.
Okay, listen.
Fast.
D, I'll let you do one because we're gonna. I'm running over time. We're just gonna keep them flying fast.
Yeah, truly. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Use your mind and sense the truth will ring. In fact, we must learn a true story to do with our genetical improvement possibilities. Mikan, your peace.
One love.
Bye.
Okay, London, let's keep it rolling. This is community radio. That's what it's all about. If you all have got anything you'd want to say, if you think it needs to get out on the air, then 0795-777-5477. Good afternoon, you're in tune to... Good afternoon, you're in tune to Genesis Radio. Your name, please?
Yeah, Lightning.
Yeah, Lightning.
Greetings.
One love.
Got someone.
What would you like to say, my brother? Can you turn down your radio a bit, brother?
Yeah, man. Yeah, but my answer still, enough.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I really know the meaning of slave still to really, whether I want inaugurate it in my everyday life or not.
Okay.
Yeah?
You're going back to what the brother was saying about using the word slave and it's really undermining the whole experience.
Slave and Holocaust. The man that talk about the slave and the Holocaust. I got not touch upon.
Yes.
See?
That's right.
I mean, I dispute say it was more than Holocaust we got you.
Okay.
It was like hell too.
It was like hell too.
Yeah.
Okay.
See? But a slave is a person who is the legal property of another man still, you know.
Uh-huh.
See?
That's what slavery is.
Before you get up and go to work, the man will tell you say you have to reach work 9 o'clock.
Yes.
See?
That's
so
right.
you mustn't get offended in this time now, because as the people them said, time move on and time change enough.
Okay.
Because when enough people used to get enough little luxury one time, them now get them luxury there again enough.
That's right.
See, because we have to realize, you know, there's an invisible force here so I move still, you know. It's called justice.
Okay.
It's when justice ready to serve a man.
There's nothing he can do.
There's nothing a man can do about it, brethren.
For real.
I mean, hear enough man I talk about them control them destiny and all them things. But me I say a certain man they control them destiny. You drive down the road and you crash up your car.
Yes.
See? You just take sick all of a sudden. If you control your destiny,
it's
them
not
things can't happen to you because you have seen them things a long time before.
That's right.
You have seen them things a long time before they come to you, brethren.
And you just step out the way and sidestep that.
Exactly. You sidestep it. So it can't happen to you. But these things have to happen because that's a justice there. See, me and man I talk about slavery and this and that. But slavery are going the first people to slave anybody are the black man, brethren.
Okay.
See? So we never remember when them go over Spain. I'm going to take away too much, 120 of them go over there, you know.
Yes.
See? I know you see the black people, treat black people bad. That's from X amount of time, brethren.
So what does that mean, my brother? Do we let it continue?
No. Them things they can't continue, but you have good and evil are working at this earth, yeah.
That's right.
And most people, they know, them they just weak-minded, so them spirit, no will them to the good.
Okay.
Them quicker to jiggle up to the high than to just sit down and meditate on the consciousness. You understand? Not people are followers. No leaders, you understand? Or even potential leaders.
But yeah, everyone wants to be leader.
Yeah, they may not know that, brethren, but at the immaturity, you know. See? Because everyone wants to be seen, you know. See, but at the unseen, at the man that is unseen, at him have more effect in this time.
For real.
You see, because you have to just school and just do what you have to do in a brethren.
Just go through.
You think we all about repatriation and all them things that's still, you know.
Yeah.
But we must remember that if we never land in England in a brethren, that's if England would have still be an uncivilized place. And we bring civility to this place, so we must look at the goodness what we are doing while we are within the place. Because Marcus said there is no bounds we have to walk, you know. Every bounds we have to walk that.
That's the truth.
Even if we have to go to Antarctica, check out Eskimo, the man say, yes, blessed love.
That's right, God, that's the truth, yes. And at the same time, my brethren, we still have to apply that back home.
No, we have that in a way, that in a way, brethren. That embedded, it coming like when you come out of your mother home, that's as sure as it is. We have to go back home. And we have to have that in focus on everything, but we can't do it immaturely. No. Everything we have to do, it has to go to the fullness, because we have to go have visa England when we do Africa, so we can transport from Africa to England to America, and everything still has to go the same way.
That's right. We can still export and trade and do everything else.
You mean because you could just go, you just pack up your bag and go to Africa and then just get cut off?
That's right.
You see me, it wouldn't work, so because man can't just live by source of food.
No, that's right. And
a high-tech society we live in a brethren. You see me? You need all them things, you need the internet to transfer from all kind of things to get your products and all them kind of things. That's what it's all about. See, but because we are at the back of the line, see, I mean, we have always be at the back of the line. We have to just look positive now and let out all the negativities, brethren.
And now say that way you can just step forward and move up.
That's real, that, man.
All right, my brother, the whole of London heard what you said, you know, and big up for your positive words.
You know what's nothing still. I just blessed love every time, see?
One love.
Jaga, sir.
0795777477. Last, well, we're doing some overtime now whilst we're waiting for the arrival of the senator in the house scene. But let's keep it rolling. It's your time. You can get on the air and say whatever you want to say, as long as you're not cussing, as long as you're not calling my children kids, as long as you're not calling my brethren guys, and you're not calling my sisters hoes. See? That's the number. This is the People Talk Show. Let's hear it. Good afternoon, caller. Can you turn that radio down, please?
What, is that good?
Bit more.
All right. Yes?
Yes, my brother.
All right, Breeze again.
Okay.
I was listening to that last caller there, and I'm still not convinced that the word slavery, we should accept it. You understand?
You're still not convinced that we should accept that?
No, we're not. Because slavery, as the man says, means another man's property.
Yes.
You understand? So what? Do we consider ourselves, or have we ever considered ourselves another man's property?
Well, you know, as you raised it yourself, you know, when you think about it, you work 27 and a half days and, you know, you can't get no pay until you're told that you're going to get paid. And then you're told how much you're going to get paid. And then you're told how much bills you got to pay before you can spend anything on yourself.
But like I said, right, when you consider slavery like that now, that's understandable or overstandable.
Okay.
None of those people do not suffer heinous crimes against their will.
That's right.
You understand? To be calling themselves slaves.
That's right.
You understand? So, to me, it's like a joke word. It's a make-up word to make us accept, well, this is the condition that we are in. You understand? It's acceptable.
So,
it's the word, virgin.
Tell me something. What about the slavery of the mind?
Yes, that all stems from it too. That's other people's influences, you understand?
Okay.
But if you're going to admit to that you're a slave to anything, boy, you know, to me, it just goes without saying, right? You're saying about slavery of the mind, but still, you're not killing, you're not, you know?
For real, I hear that. But then if we're going to substitute the words in the terms of the mental side of it, what are we going to say? Brainwashing?
I tell you what, the perfect word so far until we can find a word that means something to us
is
Holocaust.
All right, my brother.
You understand?
Enough respect for that.
That's the word, brethren, because when you hear Holocaust, to the Jews then, it conjures up all kind of horrific tribulations, what they supposed to have gone through. You understand?
That's right,
now I know that they never suffer like we suffer, and still I suffer. Because everything we then go through, even down to the experimentations of the genes and them things, we go through them and we still go through them.
For real.
You understand?
And that's something that is very much, as you're saying, is overlooked by even us day to day.
Even us, brethren, because we just accept this slavery thing, right? Because it's, oh, well, it happened. Now I even hear certain people say, oh, well, that was then, let's just move on. You understand? That is not how the Jews been thinking of. They're thinking about moving on, but they're thinking about progressing at the same time. So all they do is study the Constitution, you understand? Within the language, and then find certain words that can counteract certain things. It's the words, brethren. Man said that words can't hurt you. You understand? Trust me, words kill man. You understand? It's all about the language. In Farrakhan not being able to come into the country, it's all about words, brethren. A man don't understand or overstand the English language to can talk to these people. You understand? That is why the Jews them can get compensation, them can get land, them can get everything, because them have a word which just mean automatic compensation, repatriation, automatic passion, everything.
That's right.
You understand? All even black man feel it.
And we're still not getting nothing.
Yeah, man, black man feel it. For the Jew man talk to my brethren, then them a talk about Hitler and I said, brethren, walk on. You talk about them, man, they want to free your man, them.
For real.
You understand? And I say you have to deal with it. Like I said, the key word is education. It's the words that's been holding us in bondage for years, brethren. So we can block down certain words. You over?
Yep, I hear that.
Then we can move on, brethren. It's words. We have to find the right people then who can speak the right language.
For real.
That's what it's about, brethren.
And then we move forward.
Then we move forward because these people are speaking a different language to the language what they taught us.
Okay, my brother. The whole London heard what you had to say, see?
Yeah, man, but we still said big up the youth, then.
Okay.
Progression is the key, education is the key.
Yes. One love, you keep it locked, alright?
Yes, yes.
Take care.
Peace.
Okay, London boy, we've got the arrival of our own senator in the house, you know. I'm going to take the last call on the 0795 777 5477. Saying... Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Yes, Jim. Start to R&MD again, musical rock and sensation. Hey, dig this, man. I forgot to tell you. When I was speaking, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. We talk about community. Over the last years, you see Mrs. Thatcher, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, and who come and go.
Yep.
Yeah? Empowerment worldwide. Okay, dig this. George Bush, Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher have given the Irish money to rebuild their community after they had a little war.
Yep.
Now we come over here and live peaceful, and I stress this, peaceful, part of this community. And we have never been given what they have been given for their community. Now you had the Catholic, they were discriminated in a negative way, not getting employment, getting this and that. Don't the description fit us in all way? I'm not a Catholic, I'm not a white man.
Yes.
And all I'm seeing, everyone is missing the argument. Every radio station's supposed to be representing us as black people.
Yes.
Okay, last month, Black History Month went by.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Spell it for me. And then take the B off. What you have now? Now. And then take the H off the history. You still got the history. So you just still got the lack of that. Can you dig what I'm saying, man?
Yep, I hear that loud and clear.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, I wasn't trying to belittle your argument, belittle Africa, black people worldwide, but the argument has to come out. We don't have no place of meeting where we can argue these ideas. But At the same time, dig what I'm saying. Why are we not getting this money channeled into our community to have our own hospital? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Our own schools, our own institution, and then we train our own kids. You understand me? I'm not meaning like someone who can go a so-called representative and misrepresent us and spend all the money and run away. At the end of the day, this long Scarman report don't mean nothing to me. The SPG, whatever police you used to call them, mean a lot to me. My parents didn't commit no bombing in England. Yeah. Did yours? Why should we go stop under those soft laws? And the Irish was doing it. Now you remember you was a little boy, you jump in a car with your brother and go from on a Sunday. All of you black men I get stuck in all these cars and vehicles.
Even today, man.
And we're not getting paid for, compensated.
No.
Who's talking up for them thing? None of us have never dropped a bomb. And none of us have never shot a gun in a political way. Or in something stupid, something tribal, something idiotic, something backwards to put us back.
You see, my brother, maybe that's why no one takes us serious.
I didn't mean, man, I take you serious.
No, I understand you, but look, hear what I'm saying. The IRA, right, bombed their way to the political table.
Yeah.
See? Anyone else that's talking politics right now, they do it through the barrel of a gun.
Yeah, but Belgium, we get wiped out. We're not the IRA. We're not white. We cannot come to England and think we could do what they do and get away with it.
That's right.
From you go in a white man area. Take it for example. How I feel over the life of Mrs. Margaret Thatcher not getting a job, being abused within this society, and being tricked and fiddling figures a job this and that, and putting clothes to pretend they feel and care about me and you. How do I feel like her? The dope, what she has brought into my community, crack cocaine, cocaine, 100%, heroin. Why don't we go in our community and sell it? Now, black man going to think that we're going to get locked up from himself to one customer out there. But now, think you're going to do a bomb in their area. What's going to happen? I'm not encouraging no black man or woman out there to take up arms to go and fight the Englishman. We lose. We're not positioned mentally or physically to win that war. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. Even if black man guy come and cost me on here, you really examine what I'm saying. You ask, do we have an armed force? Do we have this? You understand me? Now, we as black people moving forward in this technological era, yeah? All I'm saying, we have to be aware of our leaders. You have a space race going on. Then you think that a few of them going to be selling a few other people in space for some form of colony?
For who?
Then just see some of the future African leaders selling their own people when they run out of mineral resource to a future colony on space, Mars or whatever. Wake up, man. We went through it already 400 years ago.
Yes, it's possible.
And now, all I'm saying, there is a new agenda out there. They might be right off these IOU for the monetary system and that. So they do that. And now these idiots decide to get themselves in more trouble, asking for more money. Hey, this time you think they're going to write it off?
Not at all.
Well, think what I'm saying. I'm saying the youths of London who come out of Belgian homes, Jamaican homes, Dominican, Guyanese, whoever went through the same experience, and families who have experienced this, and organize your family around that and prepare them for now, because the jobs ain't there. At the end of the day, you can't blame the white man if he ain't going to give you a job, because his must come first. Whether they come from New Zealand, South Africa, they got to fit in the system quicker than me and you. But we wasn't taught that. We was being taught multicultural and equality in that. You still there, Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis is still here, mate.
Yeah? Think what I'm saying. People might come from South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, America, yeah? And they could fit in over here, provided their skin is not black. Provided their hair don't look like mine or yours. Do you think what I'm saying? All I'm saying, I come over here as a child. Somehow I've never fit in the education system. I didn't commit no crime. Somehow I haven't fit in the working force. And I still haven't committed no crime. Do you dig what I'm saying? Mugger, old woman, thief, burger, start taking drugs. Do you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear it.
And I'm not using blackness for an excuse. I love every part of me being black. Do you dig what I'm saying? But I'm not getting trip-trapped on a black superiority ideology trip. Do you dig what I'm saying?
I hear that loud and clear, my brother.
But what I'm trying to say, all I'm trying to say, we as black people to get things working. It's no point having a radio station. It's calling it black power, this and that, and nothing is being done positively. You understand me? Come like, we're doing more harm to ourselves, like we're inventing words to enslave ourselves. At the end of the day, we have to look in our community and see what's going wrong. We have a new modern slave, whether we like it or not. Yeah? This man, he could come in our community and sell drugs. And he looked like me and you, and he's getting from a white man. What is coming over in earloads, plane loads, and the same black man, he'd be respected by my woman, your woman, right? Because he's driving the prettiest car. At the end of the day, you don't want his kids to mix with me and yours. Where is he moving to? Siberia. Do you dig what I'm saying?
Okay, my brother. With that, I've got to lock off now because we've got Senator in the house and he's wearing
okay, keep the faith. I hope to hear from you soon. See? And keep the good words. Your love, yeah?
Yeah, and
okay, but
brother.
Hey, before you go, reintroduce what I'm saying about this new slave. Yeah, the scientific slave who's enslaving people of today, black, white, and Indian, all types with drugs. Okay? Catch you up. Your love.
One love. Yeah, London has come to the end of the time, you know. We're going to lock it off. Thanks to all of the callers that partook in today's show. Thanks to all of the listeners that partook as well for just locking into the Genesis 91.6 FM. It's your station. And even if you don't want to talk, just lock in and hear what's being said because it all affects you, relates to you in some kind of way. To the young people out there, remember what Commissioner loves to say, seen. But before I say it, if there's anyone that would like to get in touch with the Black Women's group that Sister Jackie spoke of, that's organising the Ghanaian trip next year, 0171-733-7247. We had a few numbers given out today and I hope that you will call all of them. Lots of activities going on in the community out there. And at the same time, don't forget, look, we've got our props falling down. Don't forget, we've got a missing child in somewhere in the community. Annetta Brown, 25th of 4th, 1981. She was wearing a black jumper, a red shirt and black leggings when she was last seen, which was on the 30th of the 11th, 98. She was last seen in the Peckham area. Now, if you have any information, Annette, yourself, if you're listening, give a call to someone so that they don't have the worry of thinking you're face down in a river, under a bush, or in a block of flats in the basement somewhere. See? If anyone knows where she is, you as well. If you don't want to phone no one involved in it, you can phone any one of the DJs or the presenters on Genesis Radio on the quiet line and just say, look, can you just put it over the air that Annetta is safe? See? We need to know. This is what community is all about. I'd like to big up all of the community organisations out there that's taken their part in the last week, in the last year, in the last month, and just holding it up strong. Now, young people, listen, you know already, you are sons and daughters of kings and queens. You are of the most honourable royal family. See, you have royal blood running through your veins. You understand? Carry yourselves in a manner accordingly. Respect yourself and you'll be able to respect your community. Live in love and love yourself and you'll be able to love others. See? You will keep it locked. As I said, Senator's going to be tearing it to pieces now and you can catch Commissioner again sometime soon. Don't forget, Annette Brown missing in the area. If you've got any information, let us know. One love, again, callers, thank you one and all for everything that you said and you haven't said. Take care.
Reggae man for 24/7 man. Them the man that play about the roots rock reggae man for 20. Them the man that play about the roots rock reggae man for 24/7 man. Genesis, Rodigan run the London. Genesis, I'll fish rices, 9 to 6. Tyler, Genesis, Rodigan run the London. Genesis.
Hits after hits, hits after hits, hits after hits, hits after hits, hits after hits. 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day on Genesis. Genesis, Black Power Station. Genesis, your only Black Power Station that cares. 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 Black Power Station that cares.
Hello and welcome to Radio Land Boxing with Genesis FM, the undisputed champ. Oh, good uppercut from Genesis. Oh my word, Power. James Power's being cut off. WNK are coming forward. And WNK are in trouble. WNK's been taken. And it's a tremendous fight with Baseline FM. Baseline from Frozen Rubber Punch. Up straight right from Genesis, and baseline that presents the treble in this arena tonight. It's all over. There's a lot of punching in that corner. Paradise is putting up a fight. Paradise is in misery. Paradise has been taken. It's absolutely amazing. Genesis getting on the outside with the fast punches. And from Genesis. Oh my word, choice is no choice. The corner's thrown in the tower. What a disaster. Punishing headshots from Genesis. Oh no, Skyline needs a helpline. What a beating. Oh, the power of that Genesis jabber. And IRFM doesn't feel so irie now. They're out. Thumping right hook. And Lightning's blown a fuse. They've been taken. Five's doing the Harley shuffle. Five's in all sorts of problems now. That's knocked the vibe out of them. And Radio 1's gone. Radio 2's out. Radio 3's hurt. Radio 4's been bored up. Genesis stalking like a civilized savage. And Capital Radio's running from London. I gotta say, what an extraordinary opponent. Road Girls FM is stumbling about in a daze. Genesis has such a mean look on his face. A great one to rock said he's rocking violently from that jab. Call the doctor. It's all over.
Genesis Radio, the undisputed #1 champ. So much energy, I just don't know when it's now. Rip your apart. With a chance.
I have licked some wicked shots there, you know. I love it, you know.
What would you like to say to London, Brother B?
Yeah, we just want to yell at the people in London and tell them to just keep on listening to the eye, because the eye are really educated and eye bridging and assisting them out there. The eye seeing.
Okay, my brother.
Just know so well, whatever happening on here still, you know, we have Africa to look forward to. That's my message to the people right now.
Tell us some about Africa. And don't spoil it, you know, because for the whole of London, yesterday I was going to have my brother in to give us some reasoning on the land development in Africa. Unfortunately, we couldn't link, as you heard, he had a meeting that didn't finish till 3 in the morning, so it couldn't happen. Now, he's going to come in and give us the latest development. But seeing as your phone, Brother B, just give us a taster.
Well, right now, when I want to really make the people know, right, is that Africa waits and I see. And in Ghana in particular, right now, there's a lot of opportunities for I and I, the black people in the diaspora, who want to really come home and have to build Africa. And there's land available also, you know. That is, land is there that was made available for people who really don't really want to just dream this thing, but want to take it on as a reality. They are seen.
Okay.
And all of that is happening through an organization called Fiancra.
Fiancra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, the word is an Akan word. Basically, it means those that left without saying goodbye.
Those that left without saying goodbye.
Seen, you know.
Okay.
So, and there's a whole lot of development been taking place right now towards that, you know. And really and truly, it's really deep, you know. Some would really love the space. They may come reasoning with the eyes still, so that one and one could really know that. But basically, what I say right now is that I and my brothers and sisters out there to realize that we have a future, and our future is to come back home and build our homeland. Okay. Don't bother what we are going on where them really are show you about Africa. Africa is Irish.
Okay.
Yeah, I see, and the people them love I and I and want I and I to come into the land.
Okay, my brother.
So,
yeah.
Now just leave it there so still, yes?
Loud and clear, the whole of London heard that.
Yes, sir. And just continue the work, yes, sir. Maximum respect, yes?
Okay, my brethren.
Aye, yes?
Take care. We'll link up.
Yes, sir.
One love.
Selassie, aye.
Rastafari love.
Aye, aye.
You all are hearing it there loud and clear, see? If you didn't know it before, you know it now. Africa's ready, see? The people is welcoming us with open arms. The name of this project, I'm going to start trying to remember the name, Fiancora. Those that left without saying goodbye. See? And you got people out there that saying that Africa don't want us and Africa this and that. Listen, wake up. Good afternoon, caller. You're in tune to Genesis Radio.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, this is Brother Peter from Peckham.
Brother Peter from Peckham?
Yeah.
Okay, my brother. What would you like to say to London?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about what an earlier caller said about white supremacy.
Okay. About white supremacy and that the only way for humanity to survive is to get rid of white supremacy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because that really touched the nerve. Because I speak to a lot of my brothers, and they say, I try to explain to them about the context of the Million Man March.
Okay.
And it's like, they say to me, oh, I've heard about it, or some of them are so ignorant to it. But for me, the Million Man March is a stepping stone for us, and for us to build on that. And that brings me, I'm just bringing different things. I'm going quite quickly because I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, okay, go through, my brother.
Kwanzaa. Whether you celebrate it or not, there's a book called Kwanzaa by Maulana Karenga.
Okay.
He's an important brother for us in the black liberation struggle.
Yep, Dr. Korenge.
Yeah. Study his books
Okay.
and join a Pan-African organization if you want to.
Okay. Young
He's
people
an
out
important
there.
brother.
Young people out there, did you hear? Dr. Koranga, study his books. And the option, the invitation is there as well. Anyone that wants to join the Pan-African movement, you can at any time.
Yeah, thank you for that. Because I don't think it's right just to mention Kwanzaa without mentioning the creator of Kwanzaa itself.
Okay.
Right. This brings me back to the Million Man March. His important role in the mission statement. He wrote it, but there was there was input on the mission statement for the black community.
Yes.
To get involved in community activities, economic and political, social groups. There's a lot in there. The mission statement.
Okay.
If there's
Can we
anyone
get a
out-
copy of that?
Well, you can get. There's a book called The Million Man March, a commemorative anthology.
The
by-
Million Man March, a
I haven't got it
commemorative.
in front of me, but it's
Okay.
a book about the Million Man March with
Okay.
different speeches,
Mhm.
and in it contains the mission statement.
Mhm. The
And,
whole statement.
The mission statement.
Yeah, the whole statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it breaks it down piece by piece.
Okay.
Maulana Karenga had a lot of input on that. Now this brings me back to the 10,000 Man March in 1998. I took the day off work on a Saturday to attend the march, but I was unable to attend.
Okay.
But the year after the Million Man March, in '96, the anniversary of that, I went to there was an event in the Brixton Recreation Centre by the
Nation.
the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
It was to me it was a lot. They liked the sound of their own voice, but after that, there was nothing. There was no follow through, no political agenda. So what I'm asking is there, after the 10,000 Man March in Trafalgar Square this year, is there any
Political agenda to move
yeah
forward.
after that?
Well, as far as I'm aware,
Because you had the march,
yes.
and I listened to the show after, and the callers were all caught up in the euphoria, saying how they felt good and there was peace and love amongst the brothers and sisters. Was there, fine. But what is happening after that?
Well, I think really, it's a valid question, but the organisers of the 10,000 Man March will now have to come forward and tell us, where them as the organisers would like to see us move forward, in what direction.
Exactly, because I'm trying my best to keep up with events, but it's little bit of information there, little bit of information there.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening. So I'm trying to. Is that on video?
The 10,000 Man March.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a whole heap of video cameras down there. But again, if it's being released, my brother, no one's told Genesis.
You see, we just had the march, and it kind of like there's no reinforcement, there's no backup. That's the disappointing thing about it. You see, that's what Is there any?
So don't you think though that we done? and it's maybe too early to start patting ourselves on the back, but don't you think we kind of progressed this year? We've really covered a lot of ground.
Yes, a lot of ground. There's a lot of things happening, but we need to I don't know. We keep saying it over and over and over again.
We want to see more action now.
All black organizations come together.
That's right. That's
I mean,
right.
These are your words I'm using.
That's right. I'm tired of telling them. All of the black organizations out there, it doesn't matter what you say you're representing, come together. We have problems that we have to sort out, and the problems aren't exclusive to any one organization. It's that all of us are facing these problems. And I don't know, I think they're listening now. I think maybe this was a first step into going in that direction, because the 10,000 man march actually consisted of a whole heap of black organizations coming together. So, you know, they're obviously listening and trying to do something.
Okay, they're trying, okay.
So maybe now...
Let me take this a bit further.
Okay.
Is there anything, all the black organizations that were there, is there any follow-through?
Well, I know the PACM have an agenda, the Nation of Islam have an agenda, the Rasta community have an agenda, anyone else there was representing all got their agendas. All right, but that is that's one of the problems, right, is that we could, as you've asked that question, where do we go from here? Each one of these organizations can come and say, look, this is our agenda, this is how we're going to deal with it. But it's still the same thing. We're fractionalized. We're not dealing with it as a one people.
That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get to. We've made large steps. Even Genesis Radio. Brother, may I tell you, this is tearing up London right now.
Okay.
Waking up our people. And I want to big up all the brothers and sisters.
For real. Every single one of them.
We need this to put pressure on ourselves to do better. We need this, brother.
For real. Well, brethren, you see this? You see the People's Talk Show? This is a measuring stick now for us ourselves. This is how we monitor ourselves. All right. This is how we gauge our own community. And this is our opportunity, because I've heard people say, look, you know, no one else washes their dirty linen in public, but no one else is us. No one else has been through what we've been through. You know, and as one of the brothers said earlier on, you know, about us in the situation we're in, and we haven't got electricity, we haven't got gas, we haven't got this. The only reason why the world could not afford for us to be in that situation is because we would run things the way they're supposed to be run.
That's right.
And the sooner that we all come together collectively, understand that, and work positively, not just as we heard, not just for one set of people, for the sake of humanity.
That's it.
Well then, you know, this is what it's about.
Yeah. I want to finish up. Like how you read the Willie Lynch speech. At the end of the show last week.
Yes.
That was good.
Okay.
The Million Man Pledge. Do you have that?
No, I haven't.
But
I mean, I've got it, but not at hand right now.
If you have the opportunity after each show, after the Willie Lynch speech, read that out.
Okay.
I beg you, please.
Okay, my brother.
That will wake up our people.
I'll make a point of having it. Make sure next talk show I do, I'll read it. Okay.
All right. One love.
One love, my brother, and you keep it locked out there.
Respect.
Okay. You all are hearing it there loud and clear, you know. This is the Genesis Radio 91.6 FM. At the moment, Genesis Radio scene, and you know, none of the DJs like to sound their own trumpet, but you see me, I love it. Genesis is busting up everything and anything out there, kicking it up. Have you heard the talk shows Saturday nights? Good afternoon, you're in tune to Genesis Radio. Sorry, my brother.
Can you hear me this time?
Huh?
Yeah. Can you hear me this time?
Yeah, you're a bit clearer, yes.
Yeah.
Nah, you're gone again, Nia.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay. Let's try again.
About African organizations coming together.
Yes.
Right? There is an organization called the African United Action Front, the AUAF.
Yes, African United Action Front.
Yeah, and this is an organisation where all the Pan-African organisations have come together, and the Nation of Islam were invited to be members, but they went off and did their own thing.
Okay.
But the Pan-African organisations have come under one umbrella, and it's been like that for the last 3-4 years.
Okay. So then, how are we going to deal? And I know you might. I've got an idea of what you might say, but I want you to hear it for myself. How are we going to deal then? If the PACM, right, is extending a hand of friendship and a hand of unity to other organisations representing us, and they're refusing it, what does that say about, our chances for the future?
As long as some organisations come together, we still have a future.
Okay. So we just keep doing our thing, and who don't want to join, just let them do their thing.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. You can't force them.
But then,
is bigger than them.
But then, doesn't that then weaken what you're doing, your works? For example, right, the 10,000 man march. Most people would have perceived that as a nation march. You understand?
Yeah. Because they didn't allow anybody else to get involved in the organisation. They did not allow it.
Okay. So it's a matter now of just balancing all of these different organisations, balancing, sharing power. Because one of the things that they're going to have to face is the fact that they have to share power collectively instead of competing against each other, which seems to be what's kind of, we've got some community organisations out there that seem to be competing with all the others that's been out there for years and been doing the work for how long. But you've got some that's just coming out there to compete and just to say, well, look, we're better than everyone else. We've got a solution to the black man's problem. Follow us, and we'll tell you how it goes.
Ego. It's ego.
I hear that.
But the infrastructure's there, and it's been there for a while. So it's just a lot of people knowing about it.
Okay. Well, then again, as far as that organisation is concerned, we need more information. It needs more publicity. People really do need to know that yes, there is an organisation out there that has got different organisations under one umbrella representing us.
And actually, the AUAF is having a Kwanzaa, and I'll ring back later on this show, and I'll give you the date for the Kwanzaa for the AUAF.
Okay.
All right.
All right, my brother.
And also a little bit of information about crack cocaine. Crack cocaine. Somebody told me a few years ago that crack cocaine was made for black people.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yeah, right.